Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo, and I forgot the milk. Thank you for getting the milk, because I got the crunch. Nana booby. No, I don't need that kind of... Well, I guess technically most milk... No, the almond milk. Yeah, not the nana booby milk. Great, we've now reached that age. I totally forgot to eat the Christmas Crunch. So I'm going to eat the Christmas Crunch. Hopefully you don't mind. Got my Trooper shirt, Trooper cereal, Frosted O's, Trooper Frosted, my cereal. This was never a real Star Wars cereal. It did come in a cereal box that was collectible. And of course the shirt's awesome. It's just a little big, unfortunately. Thank you, Diana. Oh, right. No, I don't need help. Yeah, I need the milk. So, thank you. Yeah, it's great. Not the booby milk, but the nana booby milk is what Jedi said. I'm like, no, the almond milk.
Oh, that's what I was like. That's the one good enough.
That's the only one we have. So, before we dive into the cereal, let me first give you a brief update and give some shout-outs. I'm doing what?
You have cereal on your shirt.
Yes, that was planned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I have. Yeah, it's good to be in here differently.
Dandrak 24 Cheerdex 100.
Dandrak, thank you so much for starting this evening out that way. Really appreciate it. And M. Hoken, you as well. Free Heathen.
Subscribed for 9 months.
I'm trying to get into shout outs. But I appreciate shouting out this way too. Thank you to Free Heathen for those cheers. I also have to say, Free Heathen was streaming today. I caught a Free Heathen stream. Hit my radar. I'm like, whoa, let me just stop in, say hi. He showed me a gun. Not a real gun. I mean, it was real, but it wasn't like a pew-pew kind of gun. It was more like a, printed gun. A naked gun. 33 1/3, possibly. So anyway, I am doing this Mandalorian, no support-free Mandalorian. I'm doing it in this filament, the filament that it's printing in now, as opposed to, this was not filament, it was spray painted. It's basically this model, scaled up a little bit. I actually scaled down the model, if only to save time, and I'm like, I don't need a huge Mando, but this is the only other one that I had, and I want to say this was printed at a 0.2 millimeter layer height.
Gifted 1 subs.
So, anyway, I'm going to be printing this. I don't know if Kurt's here. I didn't want to, throw too many things into the wind. Jerry is just rating.
Jerry Abe is now hosting my stream with 17 viewers.
Very appreciated. I was in Jerry's stream very briefly today, doing all my, after doing all my errands, hanging out with all those fine nerds and geeks. That was fun. Couldn't stay that long, unfortunately. I did my best to derail the conversation, and I think I succeeded. So, shout out to Jerry. Let's go here. Jerry, here we go. And a shout out to Astro Printer. He's joining. If I miss any shout outs, I'm not sure. I may be the only one right now. Liz, unfortunately, is recouping from a slight problem. She'll be fine, I'm sure. But Liz will not be around tonight. Good to see you, everybody, including Ethan's dad, 3D. We rated him last night. That was fun. I was not expecting to be streaming at the time that I was ending the stream, and we kind of surprised him. So that was a lot of fun. Oh, we got a level 1 hype train. So let me turn on the hype train graphic and flip this switch. I wish I had, different kind of... the music would play automatically, we'd get exciting, right, when we were doing the hype train. So as we're doing the hype train, shout out to everybody who's shown up this early, including, and this is going to be completely out of order, Darth Gallum, thank you for the 100 bits. More, thank you for the 100 bits.
Darth Gallum,
so,
Cheerdex 100.
I gave Darth Gallum a shout out, but he is going to be streaming soon. More is already streaming. And more,
100.
If you're an adult fan of Lego, like me, he would be the one you'd want to follow. More does way more of more.
Project
Oh, you are here.
454 Cheerdex 100. Any new books this week?
No Project 454, I am glad. No new books. Liz let me off the hook with the old book. I will not be touching Brazen.
Kieran_Clark Cheered X 100.
Thank you, Kieran, for the shout out, and welcome back to the Play Shop. Very appreciated. We're almost through level 1. Wow, we got some nice support coming in this evening. The Midnight Smith, good to see you. If I repeat shoutouts, hey, it's a bonus. I texted you. I think I texted you. DM'd you a link to the where you can get the Vader file.
It's a trap.
The model, because I think you tweeted or you favorited the tweet that I did. No more 3. Thank you for the 200 bits, and of course, it is a trap. I agree, Bear, aka SI 3D printing. It is a trap.
No more 3 cheer decks 200.
In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, oh, the K2SO is a little blocked. He ate too much cheese.
Shiny Hero to 2021 cheer decks 1000.
Well, that happened. Shiny Hero TV 2021. That was you helped unplug K2SO. Wow, thank you so much. It's amazing. Yeah, this is great. We've only just begun. Melter of Snowflakes. Always good to see you, and I'm saying that after having not seen you for a while, but it seems that we still have similar interests. The Free Heathen tweeted me out. Okay, great, Free Heathen. I will accelerate that tweet as soon as I can. Hey, Westery1, aka Sarah. Welcome back to the Play Shop tonight. I've got quite a few things to show you. I got some backlog. I want to get to those G.I. Joe figures, a couple new pickups, and then possibly the Lego set. I know I'm like the worst Lego streamer ever. A lot of Lego streamers, they'll start like assembling and then they'll start talking and then they stop assembling. So maybe I'm a good Lego streamer.
Mhokin 24.99 cheer decks 100.
Thank you, M. Hoken, for cheering 100 bits. I'm going to go get Emperor Palpatine. Does that sound fun? Y'all want to see Palpy? I think some of you, those who have cheered, get a Palpatine. If you've cheered a certain amount, there's a Palpatine sticker. I think you can do a Perillo Palpy. It's at a certain cheer level, but I've got a Palpatine sticker for those here who have cheered a certain amount. I don't know what the amount. I've lost track of the amount that it got slotted in, but it may be available to some of you, or it should be available to some of you, but not all. See, it's like a little. It's why people like the emotes. And by the way, speaking of, thank you, Mink Customs, for the 10 bits there. That's a wonderful cheer, and the Free Heathen for the additional 30. Hang on. AJ the Maker's been streaming for 12 hours. Wow. And what was AJ making? K2 Design Labs asks, did your long legs print with all that support the other night? They did. I had to rework it though, and it printed fine when I did it this morning. So I ended up printing K2SO's the second leg. Let me see, I'm going to flip over to another view to get you a slightly better shot. But I was able to do the second leg with a different kind of support and printed just fine. But this Vader came out just fine. This is at a 0.1 millimeter layer height. This is the Ahsoka that I was printing last night. Whoop, sorry, Vader. Gotta be very careful here. And that's the old Stormtrooper. So I'm having a lot of fun with this filament that I want. Feeling like Curly from the... This Vader, it's a little temperamental in terms of standing. But I'm doing the best I can. We got about minute 40 left in this level 2 hype train. I'm going to grab Palpatine, if you don't mind. Hopefully he can help us sneak through level 3. Cold Iron, good to see you and good to meet you over the past couple of weeks. He's raiding in real soon. Okay, let me get Palpatine. Hey, Joe. Joe Tashi. I saw that Joe Tashi was listening to Barnacles' Tech Talk on YouTube earlier. I heard him super chat over there. What is that? Super chat. Sounds lame. Is that not on Twitch? I can't see. Now I can see. Hello, everybody. It is good to recognize you for who you are. We have less than a minute left to go at this level 2 hype train. What can we do to get through level 3? I wonder. Interesting. Shoutouts, since Chris was in the middle of doing it. AJ the Maker, indeed, is going to raid, apparently. He's got a certain time. Fantastic. More and more. Thank you for the additional cheer. It's very appreciated. You help keep the Death Star spinning for one more day. Well, we came really close on a level 2, 90%. 10 seconds left to go. Not bad.
Critic
That's a pretty
482
good start. It's a very... Sorry about that. Critic 482, thank you for the cheer. And Joe Toshi and M. Hoken, very... Oh, we did it!
Tosh G cheered X 100. Ooh, what does this button do?
Witness the power of this fully operational hype train.
American 2499 cheered X 100.
Yes, he did. What does that button? Don't press my buttons, that's for sure. No, you stay away. This cat. Jedi has been wearing her mother down to see if Chris and the family will adopt a dog. Did I hear Jabba the Hutt? Was Jabba laughing? Bear? That was Jabba. Yes? Comic Age Clothing, thank you for the 33 bits, and...
Shiny Hero to 2021 cheered X 1000.
Dropping the hype! Wow, Shiny Hero TV 2021. Oh, I can't talk, because I was in the middle of trying to burp. You're quickly becoming tonight's MVP. It's really weird when I'm in public and I have to cough because it's like allergies, right? And everybody turns and looks around and I'm wearing a mask. I'm not getting my spittle on you. You would be so blessed if you were to get Emperor Palpatine's spittle. Comic Age Clothing, never too late at all. You being here and me running into you in other streams is fantastic.
No
Cool.
more 3 cheered X 300. The power of the Siths.
Yes, the Siths are very powerful. Very powerful indeed. In fact, I need to send Astro something that I found that I think would look great in laser.
Joe _ Tosh G cheered X 150. Puppy for Jedi Bark Bark.
Well, I didn't know if we were going to have a puppy emote, but soon, the emotes are going to be redone by Jedi Greg. All you subscribers are going to have a new array of emotes to play with, not Chris's boring, stupid face that nobody uses. You're going to have good ones. Ethan's Dad 3D, 66 bits. Amazing! And in the middle of this hype train, thank you so much, and huge thanks!
AJ _ the maker is now hosting my stream with 4 viewers.
To AJ the Maker! Welcome to the Play Shop. We are doing fun things tonight. Mostly fun. We're a little off our sub goal, our stretch sub goal. For January is now 525 sub points.
Hookin 2499 cheered X 200.
Thank you so much, M. Hogan. What were you doing, by the way? I have to ask AJ the Maker if I missed what you were doing. What were you making? If you could age out of movie-themed clothing and music clothing, I would not have anything to wear but swim shorts. Well, that's fair. Tonight, Chris is printing this Mandalorian, but in this cool filament color. It's wild. Welcome to the Play Shop. I love snakes. Thank you for joining us. And Swizzy Kip. I'm doing my best to keep up on chat, just to make sure I knew what was being made over on AJ's stream. Thank you, M. Hogan. And we've got Aziz Light.
Cheered X 200.
Thank you so much for the support, and I do believe you wanted me to show you what I got. You love the Gerbil filament. Gerbil is a funny color. Here's one thing Chris got after we get going with all these shout-outs and the welcomes.
Cheered X 100.
Show me what you got!
Earthface, Perillo, yes, Perillo, no, Perillo, Waperillo, Jazz, Perillo, Weep, Perillo, Yikes, Perillo, and Perillo, Happy, Perillo, Derp, Perillo, Yawn, Perillo, or Perillo, Wow, Perillo, Angry.
That's a lot of Perillo. It's kind of a disgusting amount. AJ the Maker, thanks once again for the raid. Really appreciate the support. I hope you have a good night. I know how it goes after you're done streaming. Here's one thing I got. American Chris Hansen, how's the Ahsoka Tano thing? She turned out really well. This is her right here. In the Gerbil filament color, yes. Purple and gold. Captain Morgan cereal? Definitely not. I don't think I could do a Captain Morgan cereal. That would be awfully, would be an interesting favor. Thank you for the posture check, the free heathen. Very appreciated. Hey, the Y-Wing guy. Sorry, that Y-Wing guy. Shout out to that Y-Wing guy. Don't know if you're following him. Oh, did I hear someone igniting a lightsaber? I think someone ignited a lightsaber. I swear I heard it. I heard it. It was, yeah, I just heard it. Anyway, that Y-Wing guy has played VR games. He also 3D prints the bigger things. Oh, Liz is here. Goody goody. Yes, indeed. These evil cats will never leave me alone. Here we sit in a level 4 hype train. And remember, if we get through the level 5 hype train, Chris will walk barefoot on Lego bricks. Again. That's the new stretch to get through a level 5. Cause Chris harm. But a fun kind of friendly thing. Doesn't actually break the skin. It's just very uncomfortable. Again, I keep hitting someone turning on a lightsaber. That would also happen if we meet the stretch goal for the subs goal. I'm helping the Emperor get their start. I am. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris is. Yes, letting me borrow his stream. Really? That's what he does. So I don't know. Hang on. Eric Abernathy. Oh, you're trying to get me to sit up straight. I am sitting up as straight as I possibly can. Do we need to focus tonight? Asks Comic Age Clothing. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Tomorrow. Don't tell Chris I told you. Tomorrow, everyone will need to focus on the Focus 3D printer giveaway. In fact, tomorrow, Chris may start streaming early. He won't do the giveaway until, like, the normal time, but he may be early on Twitch. It is possible. Also, Astro Printer says, walking on Lego, that's nothing compared to walking on supports. Having supports here, I totally agree. Walking on supports hurts. It hurts. Ouch. Big time. Big time. That's right, the free heathen follows are free. We have a minute left to go in this hype train. Getting through level 3 to a level 4 is absolutely fantastic, given that I was not expecting that. At all. Not at all. But it happened. Thank you, wait, hang on. Give me a second. I thought it said Lord Vader. I'll say, wow. I was pretty sure I was already a friend with Lord Vader. We're not really friends, we're more like frenemies. I wouldn't help him move into a new Star Destroyer or anything. I'd send stormtroopers. Let them do my dirty work. While I sit on my throne and eat Chris's cereal. So, here we sit on top of, wow, we did really well. Very well. Very, very, very well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, we're going to go ahead and you've got a lightsaber from Kyber Lightsabers, not engaging it? Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and give everybody a very warm thank you for helping with this hype train. Helping get things going, get things started. Nakey Feet Choo Choo.
I have you now.
Portage G Cheer Dex 100. Nikki Lego Feet Choo Choo High Play.
You have me now? Shiny Hero TV? You have me? How can you have me? That's impossible. Nobody has me. I'm the only one who has me. None of the rest of you. At all. Alright, I'm going to return you to Chris. He's going to eat some cereal. Now that I believe we've done a healthy amount of shout-outs, if I or Chris missed anybody, it was not intended. He missed the cereal. He sucks. You're awesome. Chris Perillo sucks. Tell you what, Palpatine, you keep that up, you will not be invited back to the play shop. At all. So we've got a few things to get through. Chris isn't okay. What do you mean? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you having you. I mean, you're in my corner. Thank you. Comic Age says he leaked tomorrow's. Oh no! That Sith. You're evil, Palpatine. It was supposed to be a surprise. No, Lord. Palpatine comes out when we do hype trains. All the more reason to participate in hype trains, keeping them going. Palpatine is here. He does show his face every so often. And speaking of faces, when I turn this Ahsoka around, you see she turns to gold, purple to gold. This is the last one. I mean, she turned out okay. There were a few snags, but for the most part, I'm happy with her. Vader also. This Vader I was happier with. This is the other Stormtrooper that I had beforehand. And the K2SO finally came together with the second leg that needed to be printed properly. So this is I'm doing the Mandalorian, as you can see in that filament, right? This type of Matter Hackers filament, and you can see stuff behind. I've got some junk behind that I got to clear off. I never really used this angle before, but quite all right. The Vader turned out great. Jersey Hack, totally agree. The color is just amazing, and it's not even a color. It's like colors, right? It's gold. It's Gurple. I've called it Gurple, and apparently some of y'all like that I call it Gurple. I think it's funny. I don't think Matter Hackers likes me though. I think I annoy Matter Hackers. Will this guy stop using our filament? Jeez, man. So since Palpatine spoiled it, tomorrow is the focus giveaway. As he may have also told you, I may be streaming early, but I won't give it away apart from the normal time. It's, I think, US, UK, France, Germany, Italy, like just Spain, like random countries. But that's all. Those are the places that Focus ships to. I'm not really. You can't get. Don't get mad at me. I'm happy to be able to have it. So the hope is I'm going to pull it out of the box, and then potentially get it set up. Potentially, I don't know if I'm going to be printing anything because I again, a lot of moving parts. Or I may not. Or I may just show off the box and say, hey, here it is. You know, and one of y'all are going to get it. Project 454, you'll rate after your first stream. Hey, man, it's awesome that you're going to start streaming. I hope my tips help just ever so slightly. Hey, Asgardian Wookie, good to see ya once again. Welcome back to the Play Shop. We're going to be eating some cereal. We're going to have some Christmas Crunch. I know Kurt's here. Kurt's digging up memes because I enlisted Kurt to help me with the Star Wars Radar YouTube account. Not YouTube, sorry. It does have a YouTube account, but the Star Wars Radar Twitter account. Should be quite easy to get printing, but look forward to tomorrow. I think so. It's just more like I know I'm going to be giving it to someone who doesn't have a 3D printer, so I don't know how all that's going to look yet. So I'm going to play it by ear. Either way, this is going to be the cereal this week. Christmas Crunch. Next week, it's possible that Diana and Jedi will be joining me. And by the way, here's a cleaner shot of... this is what I'm printing tonight. Obviously, it's already been printed. This was sprayed. This is also at a 0.2 millimeter layer height. So the new one is going to be smoother, being printed in this color, the Matter Hackers Gold, the Gurple. So I'm doing the Gurple. Think y'all like the Gurple, don't you? That. Let me show you how K2SO turned out too. K2SO. Let's see if I can get him rotated just right. So you can get like multiple. There we go. Got him. I'm doing this for Gurple is awesome. Totally agree. Pulled is better. I think I like Gurple. Gurple just sounds weird. Like anything that sounds weird, I'm like really happy with. Like if it sounds normal, eh. Thank you, Kurt, for those screen grabs. Now we'll flip back to this view. Oh, we gotta turn off the hype train graphic. Turn it off. Gotta puff it away. Puff. The magic track. Yeah, Shiny Hero TV. It is sick. I don't have any silver filament like this. That's why I sprayed this particular Mando. And I like this one. I like this one a lot. But as I realized, someone had mentioned it last night. And then it was cool. Stay Alive 7 was in chat when it happened. Stay Alive 7 also streams here on Twitch. He does a lot of the Old Republic game, the Star Wars The Old Republic game. And he's got a 3D printer. So he printed that model and tagged me on Twitter. It was kind of fun. So I like doing that. I like inspiring people to print the same things that I might be printing. That's a lot. That's a blast. To me, that's a blast. Do they make a red and black filament like the Gerpel? I don't know, Dandrak. I really haven't explored what they have to offer right now. Yeah, Liz has got a tailbone injury. Or I think it's because she's known me as long as she has, and she's called me a pain in the butt. Which is, technically speaking, is true. I am a pain in the butt. Okay, here we go. Christmas shards. Feels just like I'm crunching on broken glass. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, shards of glass make my mouth bleed. Come on, I'm telling you. That's like one of the ingredients. Shards of glass. Right next to yellow 6. Hope someone clipped that. That was your chance. If you didn't, y'all missed it. I'm giving you perfect clips to clip. I am. I'm staging your success with clips. Not to be confused with clipsh. Did Diana water this down already? Is this new milk? Find out she watered it down. I'm gonna have words. Oh, I almost spilled my cereal. That would not have been good. Captain Crunch, like eating glass shards. Can confirm. I'm telling you, you are eating the shards. You have a clip for me, Mink? Mmm. Tastes like Crunch Berry. Very crunchy. Ow. Your fruit only has 6 yellows. That is way below the recommended 32 colors today. I know. Kind of depressing. Can you hear it, Crunch? I have to be really careful eating it. Seriously. If you don't eat Captain Crunch carefully, it'll taste like blood. Thank you, Kurt. Christmas shards. Perfect clip. Perfect clip. All right, we're gonna tweet that. Why does Captain Crunch always taste like blood? Did I spell Captain right? Captain Crunch. Yeah, okay. Captain, not a real captain. Captain. Thank you. Clipped and tweeted. I have twote. You can twote me. Why do they call them quote tweets? Why don't they call them twotes? Hey, RC Maniac. I go by they. Asks, would I box Jake Paul? Yeah, I could probably put him in this box. Why not? Still too sharp. Captain Crunch is the only cereal you want to get soggy. Krillin wants some kind of peanut butter crunch. That one's good. It is good. It is tasty. Any peanut butter cereal. It's wonderful. Good evening, Skater. Good to see you again. Welcome back to the Play Shop. Because they have quotes around the words. I still think they should call them twote. Quote tweets should be twotes. I twoted someone. Oh, Mink Customs. Yeah, I saw that clip too. I don't know what I was... Why was I rubbing myself? Can anybody explain why I was rubbing myself like this the other night on Twitch? Why was I doing this? I was making myself uncomfortable when I watched that clip that you clipped, Mint Customs. Like, what was I doing? Test in time. This is test in time. I'm waving it. You can't see. Hi. Test in time. Hi. I'm mute. You muted me. You can't hear me. Hi. What amazing Star Wars figure am I printing tonight? Well, glad you asked. A support-free Mandalorian. This is not the one I printed today. This is an earlier one that I printed. Spray painted. This one I do believe is at a 0.2 millimeter layer height. The one I'm doing now is going to be at a 0.1 millimeter layer height. Specifically in the Gerpel. The Matter Hackers Gerpel. Matter Hackers hasn't, sent me a cease and desist yet, so I'm going to keep calling it Gerpel. Dear Chris Perillo, knock it off with using our filament color and specifically calling it Gerpel. That's not what we call it around here, even though it's a creative kind of filament. We went with the idea of calling it, hang on, let me check. Quantum Purple Gold, which is a really lame color name choice. But unfortunately, we had to eliminate any kind of creative names because we were having too much fun with them. So Purple Gold is it. Knock it off with calling it Gerpel. Even though it's Gerpel, we know that, but just stop calling it that because it's not called that, and then people will go to the website and search for Gerpel and not be able to find it. Yours truly, Matter Hackers. I don't know. I'd imagine that I'd get a letter like that. What? The milk turned this weird green color. Not a good green color, like a sick green color. Wow. That's some strong food coloring. I hope y'all brought your cereal tonight. I do. That's right. Even Nerdy Curious is Teen Gerpel. We should just keep I'm gonna just keep tweeting him, lobbying to change the name to Gerpel. We'll get him to cave in. And here's the thing. This probably wouldn't even be my favorite filament from them. Like filament color. Purple's not necessarily my favorite. But it turns out really nice. By the way, shout out to Nerdy Curious. If you have not subscribed or followed, you might want to do that before their next show. It's kind of like a live podcast hangout chat that's well structured. Every time I tune in, I learn something or try to learn something. Gerpel is better than pulled. That's my feeling. I like Gerpel. You drink raw milk? I go by they? Really? I don't drink dairy milk. Not anymore. You brought pizza? RC Maniac, that is an acceptable choice. Your clip has Chris saying you're a pain in the butt at the start. Well, it's true, I am. Okay, so I got through this bowl. Got a little bit of milk left. Just a little bit. I don't know how normal you are, but normal people pour the cereal first and then the milk. This is the hill I'm going to die on. Poured the cereal before the milk. Cereal before milk. It tastes... No, it goes down like silk. Milk before cereal. There is a word that rhymes with cereal, but I don't know if it's really family friendly. Ow! Oh! Ow! Oh! Ow! Ow! Oh! Ow! Yeah, raw, unpasteurized, right from the cow. What do you just put your mouth over the though. You know, the grippy grabby thing they have. You know, the dongles. Yay, milk alternative buddies. Amen. You'll call it atomic Gurple. That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm not a dairy guy. I'm not a baby cow. Hey, if you want to drink it...
Asgardian Wiki just resubscribed for 6 months. 6 months, time flies.
It does, Asgardian Wookiee. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Infinitely. Infinitely, I appreciate the support. Like you wouldn't believe. And I say that to everybody. Whether it's a follower, a subscriber, somewhere in between, it's very appreciated. Hey, Randy, good to see you. Virtually, at least. What is really normal? Well, not me. Don't ever come to me if you're looking for normal. Project 454, it might have been that. Yes, udder. That's what so you put your mouth on the udder thing? What's the udder thing? They got 4 udder things. One thing and then 4 udder things. Or one thing and 3 udder things. The udder things? Your serial killer trait is definitely how I eat cereal. Wow. Because you demolished the box? How can you keep the cereal from getting oversogged if you don't put the cereal over the milk? You eat it fast. Eat fast. You have another farm there that sells non-homogenized milk with the lowest legal pasteurization temp. Dude, like, when you're talking about barely legal anything, it's just like, no. Like, if I was going to drink that, I'd be like, hey, I gotta make sure it's safe. I do not want to have on my gravestone, died of milk. Who wants that? Died from milk. I don't want that. Safety. Safety first. Now the milk is like green brown. Testing time. That just looks wrong. What does? What looks wrong? Me? I always look wrong. This surprises you. They can't hear me. Testing time said I'm on mute. Cold Iron notes, Chris is normally abnormal. That's right. Abby normal. Abby normal. I got another think coming. That's right. I do. Almond milk is perfect in a cereal. Actually, K2, I'll say coconut milk. I like coconut milk hot chocolate. If you haven't had, I know you're like, I like the dairy milk. No. Coconut milk hot chocolate. For real. It's very, very good. It's rich. Coconut milk hot chocolate is the best hot chocolate I've ever had. Ever. In my entire life. Stream is just Chris aggressively telling us how to properly eat cereal. I'm here for... Hey! What am I going to do with this bully pulpit? What am I going to sit around here and say, I'm... No, I wouldn't do that. Because that's rude. You don't just get on Twitch and then burp in the microphone. Who does that? I'll tell you who doesn't. Me. What's got 2 thumbs and doesn't do that? This guy. That was an example. I was saying, don't do what I do. Like, I was saying, what was I, I was making an example. Good. I thought a good example. But Mark's got to get up at 4:30 for a 5 a.m. work call. Dude, really? Sunday? Oh, man. I don't have any other 5 a.m.s this coming week, so it's going to be a good week. Theoretically. I don't know. I don't know what kind of week it's going to be yet. Keeping my fingers crossed, but I do have some stuff to show everybody. Now that we know tomorrow again is here, let me show you the focus printer. Got some cool stuff. Kurt, get ready, because this stuff is going to be cool. It's going to be so cool, your fingers are going to fall off. We're going to open up some figures today. Some G.I. Joe figures. What? Chris Perillo has something. Oh, wait, hang on. I got to show off the shirt, don't I? Sunday morning is maintenance window. Oh, man, that sucks. Okay, I'll wait for the drops to go. Let me get the, I got some stuff that's going to make Loyal Moses very jealous. What's that? Here, let me put it here. Put that here. Got a few things. Let me pull over the focus. A reminder, everybody. Tomorrow, tomorrow. You're gonna need to focus tomorrow, because that's when we're giving this away. Gotta get it out of here. Well, we're gonna open it, I think. Set it up. I don't know if we're gonna be printing anything unless it's got like a built-in thingy. I don't know what kind of rigmarole we were gonna go through, but I mean, if only to see what's going on with it. So the focus happening tomorrow. Okay. So one of you, and if it, with any luck, maybe 2, maybe 3. No, on down the line. Like maybe they'd send others to give away. You know. So that's the hope. The new hope. Get it? I said new hope. Now, some people would say I don't need a 3D printer because, you know, I follow Loyal Moses' channel and he gave away a Prussian Mini last night. So I already have one 3D printer. Why would I need a second one? Actually, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Most people in the 3D printing community, I've discovered, cannot stop. They're like me with Star Wars and Star Wars figures, or figures that I want, like the 3 3/4 inch, the 5 POA figures. They're like me. They can't stop. Like I have the bug. So as much as y'all have 54 3D printers, and I only have one printer. Well, the second one doesn't. That one, like I said, that one's going to be a gift to somebody. So, and they know. Focus knows. So, with all transparency, hitting the printer box makes it battle tested. It probably does. Mark does not have one. Well, maybe this will be the chance, Mark. And it's going to happen. Loyal. Really? Hang on. Was Loyal telling me not to hit it? RC Maniac. I can stop whenever I want to. I've never said that about Star Wars ever. By the way, hang on. You telling me to stop hitting it? I just went over there and kicked it. I kicked it. I kicked the ball. So, it is now very battle tested. I may have dented it. My foot! I dented my foot! Don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me. You're walking around here, you know, acting like, you know, you 3D print helmets on Twitch all the time. Did we get a shout out for Loyal Moses? Loyal Moses! All right, there's your shout out, Loyal. It was a very good shout out. It was a healthy shout out. Supported by Christmas Crunch. There. Kurt heard me. The funny thing is his stream was muted. He heard me all the way in Canada. He's like, wait, jeez, Chris. Exactly. My neighbors just followed you. It's for real. Shout out to Father Funk, who's also streaming here. Sugar Rush already. That cereal works fast. It does, Mighty Bean. So fast. Went right to my head. Well, I can't say I'm hopped up on the caffeine because I'm on decaf now. Found a really good decaf espresso. I gotta drive there to get it every day, but I know the poor printer. I know Mrs. LM, but you know, I can't just like, it's just sitting there taunting me in box. I can't do anything about it. Got some sleep last night. I did get some sleep last night. I was so happy to get some sleep last night. Right, by the way, Loyal, this is your next one, right? This is what I'm printing tonight. Well, I've already printed this one, but I'm printing it in the Gerpel filament. So it's gonna be like this. This is the Vader Gerpel that I did. The Gerpel Vader. This is at a 0.1 millimeter layer height. And the problem with the 0.1 millimeter with these Vaders, for some reason, it gets really chewy around the helmet here, which is really awkward to me. I'm like, I don't know why they do that, but I think next time I may end up painting on supports in that space to see if it turns out a little better. Got a few things to show you. That Y-Wing guy slowly just considering decaf. I would consider decaf if it tasted good, but it doesn't usually. And like I said, I found one decaf that tastes amazing. Okay, so since Loyal's here, I'm gonna start to showcase some stuff. Not that we needed to wait for Loyal to arrive, but I got some stuff waiting for this drop to finish, and then we'll queue up the drops. Give me a second. Ooh, are you gonna make it? Hang on. Wait. No new drops. Wait. Okay. Resetting the drop. Queue drop. Okay. The drops are queued. You can get your... Oh, they're already queued. Great. Thank you, Kurt. I need to flip over to show. We're gonna do some screen grabs here. So I go for a clean screen if I can. Oh, thanks that Y-Wing guy again. Shout out to that Y-Wing guy. Hey Bionic, good to see you. And of course, A Hayes 31. If I didn't shout you out earlier, there you go. And remember tomorrow, the focus. Everyone, I need to tell y'all too. I may be starting early tomorrow. I may be beginning the stuff early, not the giveaway. That'll be on time. Hey, Retro Pit Stop. Okay, so this is the thing that's gonna make him jealous. I have not purchased these, since finding out about them years ago. But there's an artist who makes these enamel pins, Left Coast Graphics. You may have even seen some of the graphics floating around social. But these are pins that you can get and attach to these like classic card backs. So I got a few. He's got quite a few that are available, but I ended up going to his website after I realized like he had one thing that I wanted. He has yet to do a Vader, but he had some pretty cool things. I'm like, okay, I need to get this guy's pins. Honestly, I thought they were a little bigger. That's okay, not complaining. This is not licensed. These are not licensed, but they are all modeled after vintage Star Wars figures. There's a yak face. So there you go, Loyal. You can find a way to get your own yak face. Easiest way to get your yak face. I just grabbed the ones that, I would have picked up his figures anyway. But he's done a few of these releases. I really want him to do a Vader, even though, like I said, these are not licensed. Is Loyal even watching? He's not. He's printing. He's eating his cake. All right, so we've got 3 Boba Fetts. These are enamel pins, yep. But they're all styled like vintage Star Wars figures. Left Coast Graphics. There's one Boba Fett. I say one because there's also the one that was styled like the cartoon, even though that figure was never produced. The figure... Oh, you're watching? Okay, thank you, Mrs. LM. But this one was styled like what Boba Fett looked like in the cartoon series. The Droids cartoon series. And then there's also this one, the prototype Boba Fett. The only unique prototype Boba Fett figure I have is the Hikari Sofubi Boba Fett from Funko. They actually gave me the prototype of the prototype. So I have a proto. I have one Funko proto. Just one. I was very grateful for getting that. This is a TIE pilot, so Panfred Nudo would probably love it. Hey, K-Sepple. So they're really small. Like, they're maybe a little over an inch tall. Done really well. Then, this is what I saw. This is what prompted me to make the order. Go figure. If it's an AT-AT driver, I'm in. So, I got the AT-AT driver. And then I was like, well, let me see if I can qualify for free shipping. Like, what else does he got? It was a Proto Fett. Or is a Proto Fett, I guess. You're right, a Proto Boba. Boba Proto. Then he also sent, as a bonus, I don't know, I didn't ask for this. But he sent an R2-D2 with sensor scope, a sticker, which, I usually don't flip for stickers. And then a bonus, Salacious Crumb. Here we go. Let me hold it so you can see him. Bonus Salacious Crumb pin. This is a big enamel pin that's at the scale of Salacious Crumb. This one right there. So I was really happy to get it. Left Coast Graphics. You're not addicted to Star Wars stuff. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Then you can quit whenever you want to. He's a cousin? Oh, the Fett is a cousin? He is. He thinks they look really cool. Left Coast Graphics. I'll share the link on Twitter when I get it, but it's Left Coast Graphics. Let's see here. Maybe Left Coast Graphics. There we go. Kurt got the link. Recently, I also picked up a new oven mitt. So when I'm baking filaments, to shape or reshape the filament into awesome, fun things. This is a... Okay, I gotta get it out of the way. Okay, let me hold it like this. There we go. I'm just gonna hold it like that. That looks a lot better. Oven mitt. Come to the dark side. We have cookies. We do. We do have cookies. It is true. You thought Jango Fett was a Proto Fett? Well, technically, yes. That's cool. I have to swing by. I think Hobby Lobby is a spring collect. It is. Retro Pit Stop. That's a Hobby Lobby. They had a few other things. We skipped them, though. Actually, there's one thing we didn't skip. Where the hell did they go? Oh, it's one of the things. I think we already had one of these. Man. Ow. Hang on. I got so much stuff out down here. I'm like walking over everything. Okay, I don't like me to show that. Okay, 1 minute. Move this stuff. Speaking of other pickups, like I told you, I have a fair amount. If Darth Vader makes me cookies, would I eat one? Yeah, otherwise I would choke. Force choke. This is a mug stack that comes in the I guess what would you call this? A corral of sorts, but it's Mando with Grogu. Nice little cup stack. So when we have guests, and we never do, we could bring out the fine cups. These would be the fine cups. So these came in, and I picked them up. Also got, this is another part of the spring collection. This is older though, but I wasn't sure if we had an extra one. A little hand towel. A little pricey. I think the best place for hand towels right now is Ross, or possibly even Marshalls and Home Goods. That's where I got the mugs. All those mugs for $12, which is a pretty good deal, especially when you're talking about licensed goods. And surprisingly, speaking of Marshalls and Home Goods, I found these too. I've never in my entire life seen Star Wars St. Patrick's stuff licensed. And maybe I have like once or twice, but like items like this, never before. So going like gangbusters. What I use a hand towel for? Feet. Washing your feet. So these are little spatulae, right? Tiny ones. And then there were also these spatula and spoon sets. This is a spoon, that's a spatula. But only for $5. So I would say a really good deal. May the stir be with you. Yes, I was going stir crazy. So Jedi and I were out the other day, right? I gotta tell you a story. We're out. And she says, "Hey, when's Green Day?" And I looked at her and I said, "What? When's Green Day?" I'm like, "Do you mean who is Green Day?" It's like, "No, when's Green Day? The day where you're supposed to wear green." I'm like, "Oh, St. Patrick's Day." So happy Green Day, everyone. Happy Green Day. Do you have the time to listen to me whine? You obviously do, and thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in, all y'all. Spatula City. Found these as well at Home Goods today. This set of let me just pull out the Geeky Tiki mugs. It's much more fun to show you than just talk about it. I'm not sure if they're gonna stay out. And stay out. Geeky Tiki mug. Teeny tiny little Grogu mug. Where's Brit when you need her? Printing. Yeah. TikTok. She's doing really good on TikTok. I should say really well. Her TikToks are fun. Her TikToks put mine to shame. I suck at TikTok. I'm still trying. He's eating like an apple here. So there were 3 of them. I love spatulas so much, I bought the company. Time for some homemade Star Wars cookies. There's not really a lot of baking going on over here. And then the third one, he's got the cup of soup, the bone broth. You generally have to leave the house for TikTok to be fun. Yeah, so I've learned, and I never do that. Green Day is the 17th of March. Ah, yes, Green Day. So there's that Grogu. Kind of nice. I don't always pick these up, but I thought we had one other Grogu Mighty Mug that has been out, because we ended up getting a whole bunch of Grogu planters, and I'll hold up the box here in a second. There we go. So there's the box. The Geeky Tikis. They actually have official Grogu Star Wars planters. Like, you don't have to get these as planters, but yes, they would work. But getting a 3-pack like that, incredible. Found these, the sticker booklets. This is Star Wars alphabet stickers. So hang on, that probably does not look as good as it would if I just hold it up like that. There we go. How about that? So this, and then the stickers, like here. The stickers are ABCs, Star Wars ABCs. Wow. First of all, thank you, Joe Tashi, for the cheer. About nothing and everything all at once. That's right. It's me. That's the show. It's totally a Green Day kind of show. Shiny Hero TV, thank you for the sub gifts. Those 5 subs get us that much further along to the stretch goal for January. Very appreciated. Very appreciated for those gifted subs. Like you would not believe. Now, Loyal needs to get these stickers because he's got to start memorizing his Star Wars ABCs. Because this is like, dude, come on, isn't that cool? Wait, can you see them all? Yeah, you can. Okay, so this is fun, including like Max Rebo and like Klaatu, right? The Klaatu. Remember when we gave away a vintage Star Wars figure way back in the day, Loyal, the carded one, and I got the Klaatu, and I'm like, I kind of want to keep it, and then I bought a second one. And I did. I kept the Klaatu on card, so I still have my Klaatu on card. A is... What is A? A is Akbar. What is L and M? L and M are... Let's see here. L is Luke. M is Max Rebo. Max! I'm moving... I think I'm slowly shifting from individual comic series to... the printed volumes. It's just not always easy to keep up with the printed volumes. I wish there was an easier way. But Vader's Castle at least has 2 printed volumes. I'm not sure if there are others available. But Vader's Castle, these were IDW. I think there were 3 arcs of Vader's Castle. Or Star Wars Adventures. So I got that. Yeah, the art is amazing. There are also a couple of different placemats that you can now get. We've had them. It's just I got these because they were sealed. So that way I got a pure copy. These Star Wars placemats. This is what you're going to see around the Moses family table. And there's also this one. These are both available to get. Both blue. I don't know. Star Wars, I think Diana's right. For some reason they like market Star Wars as with blue. This dark blue, which is not a problem. Oh, what are you doing here?
And I were out the other day, right?
Oh, thank you, Kurt. Gonna tweet that. Let me do it like this. Okay. Now what should I title this? Are you celebrating Green Day? Do you have the time to listen to me? Why? There we go. Thank you, Kurt, for that clip. If you go back and pick a different printer, would you, and which would it be? No, honestly, I'm very happy with the Mini. I'm very happy, extremely happy. I'm not even done showing you everything I need to show you tonight. This is just the beginning of what I need to show you. No, I've been really happy, genuinely, with the Prussian Mini. And I would say if I wasn't, I'd have stopped using it if I wasn't impressed with it. I was hoping that Eclipse Empire would be here. They're not right now. But I was going to wait to open those other droids. So that may end up happening potentially tomorrow. So, yeah, I've got... No, we're not opening the droids from yesterday. Yeah, I'm not gonna open it, honey. It's not. Trust me, it's boring. It's a jacket. It's for you, honey, Jedi. It's not Star Wars. It's not. It's just a black jacket. Honey, we may end up doing it on Monday anyway. Like I'm not sure if, honey, because there's a lot of stuff and I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, we gotta do something else. Honestly, it's a good jacket. It's a great jacket, but it's not for her for sure. All right, let me separate. Oh, I gotta pull that out. That's where it went. I have some G.I. Joe figures to showcase. So these are 5 POA G.I. Joes. Released from Super 7. It looks like Wave 2. Most of Wave 2 should be available to be ordered online Monday, I guess. So I got, one to open, one to keep in the box. Right? You just kind of look and see which one's better. They're punched, but I don't think that's going to matter too much over time. Unfortunately, I did not get two of many of them. They had a couple of Major Bloods, right? Which is great. You love G.I. Joe figures? Would I not go for a Mark III's if you could pick up another one? Kurt, I'm fine with the Mini. The Mini's been small. It's been efficient. It's worked for everything that I've really thrown at it. So this is Major Blood. So I honestly, I'm fine with the Mini. I'm probably rare that way. This is new. Well, I guess the Major Blood had been done before as another G.I. Joe, but Game Master Drone is a robot trooper. This would have shown up, I believe, in the cartoon. It looks like a clown, the Game Master Drone, so that you could army build with these theoretically. So I may end up getting another one. Yes.
How were the sharks?
Fine, you can take them. Oh, she didn't even ask, did she?
Well, she hasn't been liking the past couple series.
Well, depending on what it was,
Right.
some of the cereals weren't that good.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt G.I. Joe. I just knew I needed to put the milk back.
Yeah, you do. You could put the milk back. Yeah, thank you. So I'm gonna open a blood, not blood, but a Major Blood. No blood in my mouth. Just started using Mini. If you don't need a bigger build volume, they rule. There's another variant of Snake Eyes here. Ooh, the Snake Eyes is ripped. So I'm gonna put this one here. Another variant of Snake Eyes. So this is like the third variant. They must love Snake Eyes. People must love Snake Eyes. They must. You're fine with 80 Star Wars figures? You don't need more? Loyal, is that how many you have? Do you have 80 now? She bled opening blood? Possibly. So this is the third Snake Eyes. I can't believe we have that many variants. And then this was also kind of a fun one for me to find. Sorry, I'm just checking real quick, doing a cursory glance at which ones I want to open, which one I want to keep in the package. Don't want to make a mistake, and I've done that before. One moment. Nah, Loyal, you need more. In fact, you need to check your Discord because I messaged you something else. This is Lady J. Pretty decent facial sculpt for Lady J. I'm very glad Super 7's doing this. Very glad. These are the G.I. Joes I've always wanted. The 5 POA, like Star Wars figure G.I. Joes. So, there's the back, right? This is the now almost current array of figures that you can get for G.I. Joe. I'll be opening these too, or some of them. There's also Duke. I found Duke, not Count Dooku, but Duke. Duke, G.I. Joe, Duke, G.I. Joe, Duke, G.I. Joe. So I do need to get a couple of extras of a couple of them, and I'm wondering if another one may be available online that's in the checklist that hasn't been made available yet. Still, it's nice to have the G.I. Joes. Every other G.I. Joe collector's like, no, get away from this 5 POA nonsense. Are you kidding me? It's like it's Star Wars G.I. Joe. It's Star Wars G.I. Joe figures basically. Duke Nukem. Yeah, it kind of looks like Duke Nukem, doesn't it, Kurt? Yeah, G.I. Joe. You can follow Sergeant Slaughter on Twitter. Can you? I didn't know that. No Kung Fu grip on these. It's just these are 5 POA, so they're styled like the vintage Star Wars figures. They only had one of the bazookas at the store, unfortunately. I grabbed him, but I'll be getting a second one anyway, and hopefully the second one has a better card than this one, and then I'll just upgrade it. But anyway, got these, and we're going to be opening them. Yeah, I'm going to save the jacket for Monday, I think. Do I have anything else? Is it just the Joes? I think it's just the Joes. Okay, yeah, just the Joes. Open this one too. You love G.I. Joe so much. because knowing is half the battle. The card is huge. Well, it's a standard card, I think. Is it not? So we're going to open some figures and a duplicate, what do you call it? Speeder bike? It is a speeder bike, and it speeds, and it bikes, and it is a speeder bike. Turns out Vader's Luke's father. Oh, yeah, that's a huge spoiler. What are you doing? What are you doing, Loyal? What are you doing? How could you? So I showed this the other day, the speeder bike, but I finally got a second one. And this is the part new. It's new from 2021. They had a speeder bike before, but this one's white with the biker scout on it. New for 2021. Yeah, Asgardian Wookiee, Loyal just spoiled it for you. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry, Vape Doom. Just that's what Loyal does. Goes around spoiling streams. He's all about the spoilage. Ah. Ooh, we got that. Hopefully it's in view. These are Hot Wheels. So Loyal, if you're into Hot Wheels at all, little cars. Hot Wheels has a series. Which way is this going to go? There we go. They've got a series of vehicles that you can get. Die-cast vehicles. Kind of fun. I like the vehicles when they don't necessarily have figures with them, but I can't complain too loudly with this. Alright, so now actually that's not true. Vape Doom, that's not true. Leia was not hot. She ran a very normal temperature. And they checked it frequently. And she was always like 97.7 on set. So no, she was not hot. She was actually a regular temperature. So sorry not to disappoint you at all, but yeah. Now I got to be careful with this as I open it because I do want to clip off the cards. I'm going to keep them on file because I didn't when I was a kid. Not that I should have, but especially in the Hoth. Oh, especially in the Hoth scenes. She was very cool in the Hoth scenes, like totally cool. And they make sure these things do not fly around. For anybody who's complaining that these are too, they jacked up the prices. Like it's a high quality sculpt. It's high quality plastic. These feel durable. They're not toys. It even says up front somewhere, adult collectible, not a toy. So these are not officially toys. Because I imagine they say that because of, legalities saying, oh, that you got to adhere to certain safety standards. So that's the reason why this Duke, not a toy, Duke, not a toy, Duke, not a toy. Duke, not a toy. Oh, man. Got the gum, the gumminess from the tape kind of stuck to the plastic. Kind of annoying. Well, he's gonna grip his weapon here. Let's see which. He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. This is not, by the way, G.I. Joe. Right here, not G.I. Joe. This is Duke, not G.I. Joe. Flint was also not G.I. Joe. Not G.I. Joe.
Well, wait a minute. Who's G.I. Joe? Where is he?
He's not here. He's not Joe. Joe's not here. Ow. Slipped my nail under the plastic crack there. Yeah, crack. Ow. It really hurt. Did I? Where did I put my... Hang on, where'd my Beavis and Butthead go? I gotta look for my Beavis and Butthead. I was gonna pull them out again. Not sure where they went. Well, I didn't break skin. Yay. Alright, this Lady J. Gonna go there. Yes, Duke's in the closet. No, he's not. With Vanna White, yes. Wait, where'd you go? No, not G.I. Joe Tashi? Did anybody ever call you that? That'd be cool. Be like calling Megatron in grade school. You know what I'm saying? That'd be awesome. Alright, J. Lady J. Lady J. You saw a lot of Lady J. A lot more than Scarlet, which was just kind of weird. Like, why did we see more Lady J than Scarlet? That's my question. Imagine going to the ER explaining you hurt yourself on G.I. Joe figures. God. Yeah, that would not be fun. Excuse me, sir. Why are you here tonight? I am pretty sure that is definitely a variant. I ate Captain Crunch. Let me pull out my... So there's my Snake Eye. One Snake Eyes. One Snake Eyes. Two Snake Eyes. And we're going for the third. This is the variant Snake Eyes. I opened the variant Cobra Commander. With the Baroness. Cobra Commander. It's a hazard of being Chris Perillo. It is. I'm telling you, eating Captain Crunch, opening G.I. Joe figures. 3 Snake Eyes. Okay, Super 7, slow down on the Snake Eyes. I think Snake Eyes has been well represented. The hazard of being Chris Perillo is inspiring people to start collecting Star Wars, like Loyal. Ask Mrs. LM how she feels about that. It has taken over her life. Which I would say, you know, is pretty awesome. So we got 3 Snake Eyes. The 3 Snake Eyes variants. 3 of them. Those are the same character. I also have the Captain Picard figure. The Super 7 Captain Picard. I'll probably continue with those, although I don't know if I'm going to go on card with them as I did this last time. I took them off last time because oh crap, that's okay. Major Blood. Major Blood. Didn't see a lot of Major Blood in the cartoon either. See, I didn't have G.I. Joe comics. Like many kids in the 80s, it was pretty much the cartoon. The cartoon was it for me. G.I. Joe and Transformers in the afternoon. Yeah, I've been thinking about this too. Jedi's got so much entertainment. Like, it is entirely possible that kids her generation won't know what the other one's talking about. And I don't mean that in the wrong way, but like, there's so many entertainment options now. Like, when we were kids, right, there was only like, you know, maybe 1 or 2 shows. So you didn't really have much of a choice. So, you know, a lot of the kids knew certain brands and certain cartoons or certain shows. Like, okay, so look, for example, Fraggle Rock. You know, we knew what Fraggle Rock was. Well, Jedi is going to grow up, and she knows a little bit about it, but she doesn't know a lot about it because she's got so many options. And some of the options she's watching, the kids her age are not going to, it's not going to be the same. So I'm not going to say this is one of our last generations of nostalgia, but if you think about it, we're never going to see this again. There's never going to be a phenomenon like this again. Because there's so much to watch. Shraiku!
Shraiku rated my stream with 11 viewers.
Thank you for the Shraiku raid! I was tuned in very briefly with her stream, wondering where she's going to be putting her helmet from Loyal Moses, since they did an art exchange. A helmet for a donut cat. That's awesome, by the way. Welcome, everyone, from Shriku's community. Thank you for trusting me with your community. I am Chris Perillo, I am a fellow geek. I do not really do crafting or anything like that. But I do 3D print stuff.
This is the
And
way.
I do love nerdy and geeky things. And I do not like cats. This is true. I have to say that. I'm going to say that right up front. Cats are not my thing. But thank you so much for the follow, Aranita Kani. If I said your name wrong, I apologize. Feel free to correct me. Will not be the first time I will ever have screwed up. So what were you making room, Shraiku? In your shop? I guess you have a yarn problem. Jedi, my daughter, of course. I said it right? I did? Okay, wow. That's kind of surprising. Happily surprised there. One night, a neighbor friend was over, and they were doing knitting. They were doing some kind of like art thing, and so Jedi wanted to go and get like yarn. So we just went to Dollar Tree and got her some yarn. She hasn't used it since. So yeah. That's why I'm glad. That's why I only usually buy those things for $1. Stay Alive 7. So hang on. First of all, shout out to Shraiku. She's been a member of this community and has been very supportive of this community. So always happy to return that support. Patrick, and a shout out to Patrick as well. You're making a Valentine's bee. I just saw that, Shraiku. That's awesome. Shraiku was doing a Valentine's bee, so you can expect a lot of that artsy, crafty stuff over there. Stay Alive 7 is going to get a shout out too, so I'm dropping my figures everywhere. Just going to make sure I get this. Shout out to Stay Alive 7. Good to see you. Mando's looking awesome. That's right. I'm doing the Mando. It's a Mando kind of day. And even though it's a G.I. Joe, Mando, nostalgia kind of day. I was just reminiscing on this Stay Alive 7. I'd be curious to know your thoughts. Anybody else who loves retro and that kind of thing. Curious to know your thoughts on nostalgia and the way it is not just today, but the way it's going to be. Oh, there's Britt. Shout out to Britt. Sith Lord Britt, thank you so much for being here with my G.I. Joes. You've been enjoying the streams, missed the vlogs. No, YouTube sucks. Enjoyed watching them with my morning coffee. AJ Eversole, just the time it takes to put into it, I don't see the return. YouTube is just, it's not great for that. At least you know where you can find me every night at 6 p.m. You don't have to hunt me down. Oh, double shout. Sorry, Kurt. Okay, I'll stop shouting out. You can do the shout outs, Kurt. So I'm curious to know your okay. So Britt and Stay Alive 7, everybody who loves nostalgia. I'm just curious what you think about this. As a kid of the 80s, right? We didn't have a lot of entertainment options. So like if I was seeing something on TV, you probably saw the same thing. We didn't have a lot of entertainment, options. So we saw the same thing. So now these days we have this retro kind of feel, right? Because we grew up with certain brands, right? Certain franchises, and those franchises, in some cases, have survived. But they're potentially based upon how we felt about them, and going back and like, oh, let's Star Wars, Lego, G.I. Joe, Transformers, things from the 80s, right? But kids these days, they grow up with everything. There's an immense amount of entertainment out there. Like it is distinctly possible that what Jedi sees, her next door neighbor won't see. What Jedi does, her next door neighbor won't do, because there's so many things to do, so many things to see. The entertainment that Jedi watches is going to be different than what her neighbor watches. So like 20, 30 years from now, when they're getting all nostalgic, they're retro, what are the chances that anything that they remembered as a kid are still going to be around? I mean, it's the true new big, brands, because there are so many of them. I mean, I'll put it this way, generationally, Jedi she really hasn't paid that much attention to Sesame Street. I don't think she ever will. I think that time is come and gone. She just hasn't. She won't. Even Fraggle Rock, even though she's got access to it, I don't think she's as interested. Although I may have to get Apple TV going on her iPad. I need to do that if I hadn't. Oh, God. I should be taking notes because there's a couple things I need to do. So, I don't know. It's just, I think for her, nostalgia is it's gonna hit different. Like, I don't think it's gonna be the same. I think this is like the golden age of retro. I really believe this is the golden age of retro. We are in it right now. Gen X is in it right now. I don't think it's going to be the same. I mean, think about it. Like, you've got, for gamers. Well, gamers on what? The PlayStation, Xbox, PC, mobile apps. Like, as opposed to Atari, Nintendo, right? Now there's just so many. It wouldn't be sustainable into the future. So, Britt says, I think that the platforms they use will be more important to the content they consume, just like us. For us, it was the channel. Yeah, but, like, even then, I mean, the platforms won't necessarily exist in the same way in the future. And are the platforms the things that they would be nostalgic about? Is it the content? The type of content? The medium? Or the message? Right? Like, oh, I used to watch so-and-so. Well, you can't anymore, right? I mean, there's times people jump into this stream saying, oh my God, Chris, I haven't watched you in 20 years. That's nostalgia for them. What I'm saying is, that's not likely to happen for this next generation. Like, this is the golden age of retro. Our Anita Connie agrees. That's true. Retro Pit Stop notes, I definitely think it's going to be a fading phenomenon. Well, there will be some things I doubt we'll see a huge resurgence of what we have now. That's what I'm saying. We're in the golden age. This is the golden age. It is downhill from here. Retro won't be forever. I think future kids just won't. It just won't. There'll be so many new things completely buried. Completely buried. Britt says, if I walk into a grade school right now and say Ryan's World, I promise most kids will be like, yeah. But is Ryan going to be around 20 years from now? Ryan's going to be an adult. There's going to be a new Ryan. So, like, things will have they will have been dated. They will have changed. So them falling back into that again is just going to it's going to hit them differently. Because Ryan's a person. It's not a brand, right? G.I. Joe. You can do this indefinitely. Like, you know, the comics, movies, toys. But, like, the kids' entertainment options these days, there's a billion of them. Including from, like, people who are never going to be close to a household name, but still part of their childhood, right? Someone's childhood. So I don't know how retro's going to be. I just don't think it's going to be the same. And maybe, yeah, Brother Bill seems to agree. Maybe a different retro. I just don't know. I know they'll feel nostalgic, but they won't be able to satisfy that itch. That's the problem. They won't be able to satisfy the itch. Sky's the Limit says, got my Prusa Mini up and running, but can't seem to find a Cura profile on Cura. Oh, Sky's the Limit. I don't know anything about Cura. I use Prusa Slicer. Sky's the Limit. Someone else may be able to agree. Or may be able to help you there. And by the way, Stay Alive 7, the first time I printed, I don't know if you saw this. This is the first time I printed the Mando supportless. I painted him silver because I like the color more. I like the silvery kind of colors. Hello. So I've done the Mando before. The one I'm doing now is smaller. This was I think 50% of the model size. This one's about 75% of the original model size, and it's going to go on through the night. Well, 4 hours. 4 hours from now. That's not bad. Actually, about midnight. Okay, faster than I thought it was going to be. Cool. It'll be done in time for tomorrow. Gen X for the win. Dark Toiler. Glad we're on the same page. I think YouTube and Twitch doesn't help either. No, it doesn't, Retro Pit Stop. It breaks that down even further. Like, where, you know, it's going to be... I mean, it's nice because Jedi will get into some things that I'm sure there will be some value of nostalgia for. Like, Minecraft may have some staying power. Star Wars, I believe, has staying power. She's, you know, started to watch other entertainment stuff, but unfortunately, Diana and Jedi have not watched any other movies. I mean, they could watch them with me, but I got no time. I have zero time to watch the movies they need to watch. Like, I'm not the one who needs to watch them. Like, I gotta, after the show, I'm chilling. That'd be the only time. Later at night. Doesn't always work. And it definitely doesn't work during the day when I'm working. I mean, just try to explain the concept of Saturday morning cartoons. I know, Mighty Bean. That's the reason I love the cereal. Or I like the cereal on Saturdays here on the show, just because it's kind of like the closest thing I have to a Saturday morning cartoon. And then sometimes not all the time, but sometimes I'll turn it on, like old Saturday morning cartoons. Just kind of fun. I don't watch them like, you know, hardcore, but, you know, I watch them. They're fun. But yeah, Mighty Bean, that ship has definitely sailed. I'd like, love a Chris Brillo action figure, but I don't think they make them, nor streamers figures, which a lot of kids follow. We did as kids. You know, Retro Pit Stop, it is my, one of my, on a bucket list of sorts. I would love to be, I want to work, I mean, it's never going to happen, because I don't have the brand. That ship, I think, is sailed. I would love to be a Super 7 5 POA action figure that people could collect. 2 people, no, it's not, you couldn't justify the cost. Like, no one would buy it. But I would love to be an action figure that people could buy. And I'd you know, here, I'd have like a t-shirt or a hoodie, and then, you know, jeans and shoes and white socks, and then I'd have the accessories like a spool of filament, maybe an action figure would be fun, you know, to have as accessories, and a little. It's not a very. It's a nerd action figure, really, a geek action figure. That'd be fun. You have 2 in their early 20s, and there are certain content creators that are well known. Yeah, but like, what are they gonna? How are they gonna be? Like years from now, right? When they hit their 30s and 40s. It'll be very balkanized, though there may be PlayStation, Xbox, like Amiga, Atari. That's possible. Boy Meets World turned into Girl Meets World. There are tons of Pokemon reboots. I see everything continuing the creative cycle that we've seen in the past. Well, if they continue, right? If those brands continue. I mean, there are shows that are just never going to come back. I mean, there were shows that never came back from our childhood too, but there were fewer of them. What I'm saying is that there are far more entertainment options to contend with. My twins are 16, and there are games that are popular among the kids they go to school with. That I believe. But will those games have staying power? Will there be some kind of nostalgic value to them and from kids who lived across the country or the world, right? Part of what made Star Wars is it was a shared cultural phenomenon. It's hard to get there anymore with entertainment. It's that much harder. Stay Alive 7 notes, entertainment is a fast-walking Goliath and moves and changes incredibly fast compared to how it was for us. They go from one thing to another in no time, and not many things will stand the test of time for the new gen. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you go to TikTok, and you're just like, boom, boom, boom. I gotta admit, like, there's nothing on TV. I'm not watching any series. I'll turn on TikTok, because I know I'll just be engaged. I'm like, yeah, okay, let me just kill some time, kill some brain cells. Yay, it's fun. Animes are popular. Yep. Anime, yeah, but that's not necessarily a global kind of phenomenon. I mean, it is in the sense that it is global. Mrs. Mighty is a preschool teacher. She says there's real peer pressure for the kids to know the same shows, Paw Patrol, etc. That's what I'm saying. But when you can't get them on the same page, that's the problem. Stay Alive 7 will do mine in a gunmetal color, but that looks great. Oh yeah. Gunmetal will look great too. In 30 years, I don't believe we'll no longer collect physical objects. I think we will. I don't think collectibles are around for the long haul. Digital stuff, people have been doing digital stuff for years. I mean, there have been skins in games and all that crap. That's not new. There's a YouTuber I watch who went and got their body scanned and uploaded the files to be 3D printable. No reason you couldn't make that happen. Well, Retro Pit Stop, I mean more like on-card, like quality plastic. It's not, I don't know. I'm sure someone could model me that way to be printed like a 5 POA figure. That's probably as close as I'll ever get. I'd have to commission someone like a desert octopus to do that. Joe Tashi says, I had nostalgia the other day about Taco Bell's kids' toys and commercials. I believe it. The stuff that you grew up with. Chris Pearl, not with a Kung Fu grip. No, 5 POA. No Kung Fu here. Just 5 POA. 5 points of articulation. It would be fun. Nephew 16 into horror movies. Only due to the current video games based on them, featuring the main characters, so it'll be recycled and changed. Some of them will. Some of them will be. To Sith Lord Brit's point. But what I'm saying is, all the kids on TikTok, you're never going to see again. You know, and that's where most of the generation, this coming generation, is spending most of their time, right? Or streamers, right? You're not going to see them be produced or reproduced. Just, so a lot of that nostalgia is going to go right out the window. Franchises. Yeah, franchises definitely will change. You'd make a toy of me and want it. Oh, no worries, Free Heathen. No, I would go for like a 5P. I've seen people craft like pseudo like Star Wars figures before. And that's what I would want. It's like being a Star Wars figure, a vintage Kenner Star Wars figure. A good one though. I mean, I like, you know, like a vintage, right? 5 POA, that kind of thing. Like if Kenner did a Chris Pirillo, right? What would he look like? I'm not saying I'm Lady J or Major Blood, right? But like if you know, what would I be, right? What could people get? And then they could have a Chris Pirillo figure and purchase it and then stick it on their shelf, right? But there's a guy who does them in resin or does them optimized for resin. I'd probably have to commission him to do a model of me. That would probably be the closest thing I'll ever get to it. Yes, Coda 120, because you suggested, I printed one a long time ago, painted it silver, and then when you mentioned this one again, I'm like, oh yeah, like I did it once, and I usually, when I do like one of these, I'm like, I'm probably not going to print it again because I was pretty happy with this, but when I realized that this filament color would just be too cool, like to pass up with this particular type of model, I'm like, yeah, I'm in. So I'm thinking of other things that I can do in this filament color. I may end up doing like a Beskar steel, like ingot. That might be kind of cool. I might do some Republic credits as well. Those will look great in this filament. Shiny. Hey, Hutch's Makerspace. Shiny Gurple. If they don't even want to call it Gurple though. That's just so disappointing. Shame on them. Shame on them. Not calling it Gurple. Credits and silk filament looks so nice. Oh, I bet, see, Travis. That's I think this kind of filament would work really well. For the, I mean, I shouldn't run into any problems with that either because they're pretty close to the bed. I haven't printed credits in the longest time. I definitely hadn't printed them in all the colors because it's like, well, most of the credits are probably gonna be like gold, silver, bronze, you know, metallic colors. But I'm gonna do the Republic credits in this, some Republic credits, and not spray paint them, and then the Galactic credit, Imperial credits. You tweeted Matter Hackers to change the name. They're probably going to tell you, Chris, they're probably going to say, Chris, leave us alone. Leave us alone, Chris. It's not Gurple. It's not Gurple. We're going to make them cry. Almost guaranteed. We're going to make Matter Hackers cry. Not that we're making that as a goal. That's not a goal. Oh, with the clip from earlier. Oh, nice. Thanks, Comic Cage Clothing. We'll see if they respond. We shall see. They liked, one of the guys liked the model that I did of the Stormtrooper and how I demonstrated it with a little animated GIF. And I did the same thing again. I put these other figures on the turntable, right, and spun them around because it's the easiest way to like explain the color changing properties of this filament. That's why I'm thinking like the credits will do fine. Would be great. The only problem is with doing the credits is they'll be flat, and I'm not sure how well flat works as opposed to something that's got a little more dimensionality to it. The credits are more flat. But yeah, the color is great. This would, and here's the funny thing, this color would not have been my first choice, but I'm very, very happy. I'm happy I won it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to play with it and try these things for the first time or again, right? So much of it goes in, you know, is the filament that you use. You're almost ready to unbox your printer. Had it since November. Been intimidated because I have to assemble it in Elgo. I see. I don't know if I'll be able to help you, Coda, but we're there. There are people here who could probably help you through it, Coda 120. You are not an unknown quantity. Credits of printing were done in silk filament and regular filament for my Sabak game. Not a goal, but stretch goal to make them cry. I could try. If I just keep calling it Gerpel. They're gonna ban me, dude. That filament's making me ready to start learning to print. Coda 120, I'm telling you, it's fun. It's this one I will say, I wish I was more confident in being able to print more of the figures that I like in this filament color. Like, I won't be able to do a Vader. It won't work. Closest thing I have, or I'll have to the Vader is this one, right? Because there's no assembly required. This one doesn't even balance very well. That's how it was done up. But I'm going to probably do more troopers that I can handle without too much snappiness because it's just too brittle. So it is a little temperamental. There's no doubt. It is a little temperamental. Could take some tweaking, but that could be worth it too. Dark Toiler notes, took me forever to put my Creality Ender together. Took me even longer to do a print. Very intimidating. That, I see. I'm not a hardware guy. That's why people ask about the Prusa Mini. I'm like, it works. I found if it's brittle to raise the temp a little. Double check on that. Sithler Brit, yeah, I moved up from 220 to 225. I hesitate to go past 225, but 225 seemed to have worked pretty well. I'm not saying that things have been brittle since then. But it seems that this will have helped me, get to print the things that I want to print. Now I just have to think through what would I like to see in this filament color. Things either that I haven't printed yet or want to print again. Like the Ahsoka that I did was not done before. This is a new Ahsoka model from Wexter. At least Wexter basically put it out there. I was nervous about this because of the lightsabers. But I had to use a copious amount of supports with this. Copious amounts of supports. Because it's not supportless. It's not support free. But I'm like, alright, it's worth it. So this is at a 0.1 millimeter layer height. Just took a lot of supports. More than I usually use. And it only snagged in a couple of places, but turned out good. Turned out really well. I just have to be careful with it because I'm afraid of dropping and breaking and cracking the lightsaber because I don't want to print it again. But that is a great color to use, I think, so a better color probably would have been like an orange silver or an orange gold. I would have loved that. I'm already higher than you are. Yeah. I'm 225. I've pushed it. I pushed it about as far as I can push it. Yeah, there's no doubt. I've gone not as far as I can go. I could always go further. You can see that I also went with a 15 millimeter brim because the last thing I would want is, something at the last moment to like go snap and pop off and ruin the print. I'm a little nervous about the rifle standing out there on its own until, it starts coming closer to bridging, right? But that's not that's not going to happen until let's see here. Is it on the fist? It's going to start doing the arm, and then it's going to hit the then it's going to hit the body, the torso. So I guess it doesn't have too far to go. I just get really nervous because like I had, when I was messing with the K2SO, I could only get the second leg to go because I printed it separately, and with not the built-in supports, but the basically automatic supports, that was the only way I was able to get the K2SO leg to print properly. Good to know you're not alone, Coda 120. No, you are not. Water-soluble support material and a second extruder is a cool setup. Oh, I bet. It'd be a hell of a lot easier, too. But you know me, I'm a glutton for punishment. I believe in simplicity. The path of least resistance. That's probably my problem with 3D printing. Because a lot of people into 3D printing, y'all love tweaking and stuff. And I'm like, I don't. Like, I want to print and go. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm happy. I need to... more Joes soon. Sailors. I'll be cutting those out soon. I think I've shown you everything. You won't stream, but you'll post your power gas on Discord. Coda 120, I tell you what, you run into problems, first thing you do, pop over to Discord. I get eyes on it. Like, people will be there, I'm sure, to help. People like Alberta. Shout out to Alberta. I just did it, Kurt. Thankfully, it's possible these days. Even a few years ago, there's no such thing as print and go. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I waited, I feel, the right amount of time, and can't wait to see how much easier it gets over time. Cleaner, easier. I tell you, the thing that I'm wrestling with now is I can only print in certain filaments at a 0.1 millimeter layer height without getting layer lines. Layer lines, like even on these prints, right? I redid the Vader at 0.1 because at 0.2. Oh, hang on, we gotta hang on. Start. There you go. Oh, it got reset. Never mind. But the at 0.2, it was just a little, like, the layer lines were intermittent, and I don't know what else to try. I don't know what else I need to do. I don't know what else to do to tweak it or to modify it. I'm picky, Alberta. I mean, in the sense that, like, you know, this could have been done better. It just looks jank when it's imbalanced. And just trying to eliminate those layer lines has been somewhat elusive, and I'm not sure what I'm missing. So everything that I'm printing now in this filament is at a 0.1 millimeter layer height, because at 0.2 it's just it doesn't look right. It's inconsistent. Well, there you go. Vape Doom could help. Thank you for following Pharaoh Misfit. Welcome to my play shop. I'm currently 3D printing a Mandalorian in a Gurple. It's like gold purple. Gurple. Isn't that wild? What if you try to change the layer height, but some of the other settings? Well, that's what I'm saying. What other setting would I need to do? I'm not worried about... Okay, layer lines are definitely going to show up. But I'm talking about inconsistent layer lines. And I don't have anything around me right now to show you. Because I've moved everything. Well, let me see. No. Like, there's no inconsistent layer lines on this one. That one actually turned out well. I don't think it's a speed issue. And maybe it is a speed issue. I don't know. Infill. I'm not sure if it's the infill. It could be the heat. It could be the temperature. And I've tried adjusting that and to no avail. Retraction. So that's the thing I think I need to experiment with is retraction. I'm just not sure how to adjust and test. Finding a model to test against and then checking it, right? Until I get the retraction nailed. On really shiny filaments, you need to slow them down too. Okay, because I'm at 100% on this Mando. And it's been printing fine. Can always go down to 75. It's only adding another hour. It's fine. So, here's the thing. It could be... I've got to experiment. I got to take... Not this filament, but a filament that I know has been temperamental, and finding a model that's small enough at a 0.2 and test retraction and speed, and just no other... changing just one variable at a time, until I get the thing. Sith Lord says, I'm with you, Chris. I don't enjoy the tinkering. I just want consistency. For the most part, like at a 0.1 millimeter layer height, it's consistent. It absolutely... The problem is it takes longer. The models do look better. Shorter, like the coins, the Perillo coins, or, the Sith coins, whatever. These print out okay. These absolutely print out because there's not much height, but the more height you add, the more you have a chance of introducing those layer lines. So, Pharaoh Misfit says, very cool. I've decided to get myself a 3D printer as a graduation gift. Look forward to viewing your content. Well, Pharaoh, you're more than welcome to be here, whether or not you're into 3D printing. I enjoy it. I'm not much of a tinkerer. I'm not a hardware guy, but I've been 3D printing for the past year on Twitch. I've done other things on Twitch. I showcase toys. I was talking about G.I. Joe. On Saturdays, I eat cereal. I geek out about entertainment. I don't know what I'm going to be watching now. Maybe I gotta start watching that new Apple TV show. Had to watch a lot of Maker's Muse to understand retraction speed. Still don't want to mess with it. That's what I'm saying. I just don't want to... I'm worried about messing with anything. I need a Star Wars benchy. I do. I need a Star Wars tester thing. Retro pit stuff. That's what I need. If there was a good Star Wars tester model, I would use it all the time. No doubt. I would use it all the time. It's just like, it's like, who needs another die? That's not Star Wars. Who needs another... I've yet to print a benchy. Not interested. What do you change? You change layer height, quality setting, just the layer height. Pretty much just the quality setting, which is the layer height. Nothing beyond that. Right now, Pharaoh Misfit, we're talking about... the output that you might get, there are a lot of variables with 3D printing. From the printer to the filament, temperature, speed, like there's so many variables that you have to mess with. And it's not straightforward. Takes time, and that's where I'm getting to that point where I want to see what's before I print too many other things. I need to get a good I'm gonna do a good run of messing with nailing down speed, retraction, all that stuff. I don't want to mess with this filament because I only have a limited amount of this filament. We get Chris a Raspberry Pi and a Raspberry Pi starter kit, convert him into a hardware person. Brother Bill, good luck. It's never gonna happen. Trust me. It never. I work for Intel. I'm not a hardware person. They know that too. That was like my first thing. I'm like, I'm not really into hardware. I like what it does. Like, that's okay. Takes all types. No problem, Britt. Thank you so much for hanging. Very much appreciated. You're recovering from being sick as heck. Dude, I appreciate you being here. Love your TikToks. Keep them up. Have problems with inconsistency started with shiny films? No. There have been... Prushiment is about the only filament on here that's never printed... That's printed without a problem. It's always printed without a problem. Other filaments I've had problems with. I've had problems with. The printed solid works fine at a 0.1. The quantum iridescent works fine at a 0.1, but at a 0.2, it gets inconsistent sometimes. So I'm trying to find now the printed solid Brad's orange glitter prints fine, and so without layer lines, and so I don't know if it's a temperature issue, and it may very well be. I'm not even sure how high I can go with the temperature. I think 225 is about as high as I want to go. 230 is really high. The trick with tinkering in 3D printers is only do one thing at a time. Yep. So I'm gonna try a couple things. I gotta find a model that I want to print and try to print over and over and over again. A good, fun model that I would want, that I would like, and do it over and over and over again. It may end up being that Vader, because I'm talking about experimenting at a 0.2 millimeter layer height, right? And the Vader, I could always have an extra Vader to hand out. The chunky Vader. So it's changing the speeds when you do that. Instead, just change the layer height. Well, didn't I? Alberta? I thought that's what I was doing. I ruined my printing experience tinkering with my ender. I don't want to tinker. Everything I do is going to be in software. Yeah, I just got some minis and have no interest in tinkering. That's what I'm saying, Vape Doom. I have not tinkered with this is just stock. When I'm trying out new filament, first thing I do is print a temperature tower. I did one temperature tower. I had to stop it because the filament was clicking. I'm like, whoa. The presets change on both on the profile. Oh, interesting. So maybe then I gotta choose the 0.1 millimeter layer. Or I gotta choose the 0.1 and then then change the layer height from there, because I have no problem when I change it to 0.1. It's fine. I mean, it comes out just fine. So maybe, okay, thank you. I'm going to try that. I will try that. Thank you very much for that suggestion. I did not know that. I appreciate that tip, Alberta3D. So here's the thing, Pharaoh. Pharaoh, are you still with us? Pharaoh? Oh, I hope Pharaoh isn't scared away. I hope no new followers get scared away, honestly. Oh, by the way, Coda120, we're getting a whole bunch of new emotes soon. Whole bunch of emotes. Well, the thing I was going to say, even though Pharaoh Misfit may not be here right now, is that you always learn something. I had no idea I needed to change something differently in the slicer. Ow. When I toggled something else. Oh, I got the burps. So if I change, okay, so I'm at a 0.1 detail, and then how do I change the where do I change the layer height then? Oh, I see. I see. Okay, I'm learning here. All right. Interesting. Okay. I will try that next time. So I may end up doing, I don't know, I gotta remember when I do it, but I'll have to toggle that next time. I don't know if I want to mess with the quantum doing that, but what could I print? What else could I print in quantum that could be quick? I guess I can do another figure. Yeah, I can try the Death Trooper figure. Oh, thank you, Hutch's Makerspace. It's harder than just, I don't want to change those. How fast you can print is a combo of layer height, nozzle size, speed, and filament. So you change the layer height, the speeds change too. At least on the quality settings. Well, I can experiment. I'm feeling like I'm going to be experimenting. I'll know pretty quickly whether or not it's going to work. That's the thing. Ad is going to be starting in another 3 minutes, everyone. If you're not a sub, maybe someone can gift you a sub. If you're not, most people here tonight seem to be subs, at least most people who are interacting are still with me. So y'all should be good. Good. I'm going to run and get a beer. I will be back in a moment. Keep an eye on the Gerpel Mando. Paging Gerpel Mando. Back in a moment. back.
Me too.
I brought a Jedi. Jedi attached herself to me. Did it change? Oh, you should join the Discord server? Oh, well, welcome. Welcome, American Chris Hansen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jedi found the spinny plate thing. It's a way to showcase what you got. Asgardian Wookiee says hello.
Hello, Asgard Wookiee.
Asgardian Wookiee, remember? Thor is from Asgard.
Thor.
Thor and Lady Sif. And Loki. Careful with that Ahsoka, okay? The reason why, careful, is because these blades could snap. I don't know how delicate that is. The thinner the models, the less likely I want you messing with them. So I may end up trying a 0.2. A 0.2 something, but it's stepping it down like 50%. Notice you blew right past the sub stretch goal. I did. We're now at 507 to 525. I know, hon. Jedi showcasing. So we've got. That's why I want to be careful, because you can still break something. 500. So fewer than 25. Fewer than 20. I'm bad at math. Fewer than 20 for a sub stretch goal, Alberta. I'm happy. I'm thrilled. Hey, critic. Thank you, Jedi. I'm thinking of man try doing the Death Trooper to see how that goes. Just slowing it down a bit, and if anything, oh, the hand jiggling is scary looking when it prints on it. What? The hand jiggling? What? Are you seeing something on the... Hopefully there's no jiggling. I was just warned that some people tinker with their printer, others tinker with their settings. Yeah, I'm more of a settings guy. I don't want to tinker with the printer. The gun? Yeah, I'm more... Like I said, this one made me nervous when I got this... When I printed this one, I was nervous. But I've stepped it down. I'm now at 75%. So it's going to take a little longer, but I'd rather take more time. It's the reason why I'm fine with doing it at 0.1. Alright, Alberta's is a Star Wars test print. Alright, okay. Yeah, but this wouldn't show me... This wouldn't really... I wouldn't have any issues with this. It's too short. The issues I see come in specifically with the layer... Like, the further... It's just intermittent. So I may end up printing, like, the new Death Trooper in the filament. There isn't a lot of support for the gun. It is shifting around a bit. Oh, yeah. And it may snap. It is entirely possible it'll snap. Like I said, I've tried mitigating in speed. I'll even step it down to 50%. And now it's going to definitely take till the middle of the night, 7 hours. But I'm as hot as I can go with this thing without blowing way past it. Like I said, it was brittle. And I had the same issue with the K2S OLEG. Although the K2S OLEG was far more, it was taller. Didn't have much to stand on specifically, and pretty soon it's going to bridge to the torso. Not soon enough, if you ask me, but I was nervous about that. Hey, cool Bama Guy 79, welcome to the Play Shop. What color is that filament? Glad you asked. I call it Gurple. Matter Hackers does not like me calling it Gurple. Well, they don't know. So what's cool about this is the filament, right? I won it in a contest. And the filament basically shifts colors from purple to gold. It is a silk filament. Tends to be a bit on the brittle side. But dude, the output, wow, whoa. So I'm getting all these awesome Star Wars items here, including a Wexter Ahsoka. There's your answer, RC Maniac, from RC Maniac. Once it's bridges, you should be able to speed it back up. I may end up going up to 75. We'll see how it goes. But it's a gold purple. A Gurple. My favorite one so far, and I'm gonna do this one too. This is like my favorite Vader figurine to print, apart from the play action figures. Isn't that wild? Just freaking out, man. It's so good. It's so good. But I also scanned an Emperor's Royal Guard before, and what I'm gonna do this one in this filament color. I'm gonna do it. So this one's gonna get printed out in the wacky, cool gold purple filament color. Maybe one of the next ones. It doesn't, or it hasn't taken that long. Honestly, I've been surprised. It is PLA. Everything I print is PLA. Melter Snowflakes, thank you for being here. Absolutely, any day. You know I'm here, Melter Snowflakes. You know where I'll be. And tomorrow, giving away that focus printer. Tomorrow it's gonna happen. Grogu's kind of small and cute, a little bit on the ears, be kind of test overhang bridging type stuff. Let's see what we got here. It's kind of big. Do you have something is there something small? I've seen that one before. I can't remember if I've printed it though. How much supports would it need? How many supports? Quite a few given that hand. It's not pulled, it's Gurple. It's Gurple. Cool Bama guy, you still with us? Did you see your answer? All the new followers tonight, they just drop off quickly. Pharaoh, Bama guy. I got your first mini through a 4-hour test print and went straight to a 36-hour print with it. Oh, okay, good, cool, Bama guy, cool. I don't know everything. I'm not much of a tinkerer, not a hardware guy, but I love me the Star Wars. So pretty much everything I print is that. Not everything, but a lot of it.
Show me what you got.
36. I haven't done a 36-hour print. What do I got? Well, I've got a G.I. Joe bazooka. This is a 5 POA Super 7 action figure. That's not a toy. I'm probably the most excited about these G.I. Joe figures more than any other G.I. Joes. I mean, I like the scale, and I would like to continue to collect the scale. But of all the G.I. Joe figures I've ever wanted, these are it. Because these are basically Star Wars figures. They're Star Wars figures, like Kenner would have done. There's gonna be a full, and there's gonna be even more. And it says right here, Cobra Leader. You know that's gonna be Serpentor. There's also Commando. Super 7 is gonna be releasing them online here soon. Never saw Bazooka in the at least in, I don't remember Bazooka in the Arctic outfit. I remember he had a shirt. Didn't he have like a jersey, like a sports jersey? Bazooka did. Well, anyway, that's one thing I got. I love pulled. Cool Bama guy has a 3D printer. Don't tinker with a lot of my settings. Cool Bama guy, I'm the same way. And I could do it. I could tweak. I could twerk, but I won't. You don't want to see me. You can see me tweak. You can watch me tweak. You don't want to watch me twerk. Not here. I don't think Twitch likes that either. Hey, gaming. I still find it's funny that gaming. You got that handle here. Are you the original gaming on Twitch? Is that your bragging rights? Is that your claim to fame? The one and only. I remember back in the day, the Ustream days. And I was definitely more of a Ustream guy. In fact, today, I remember Ash said hi was in here yesterday, and I said, you know, I thought maybe I should apply to be that Twitch ambassador. She said you should do it. So I did. I submitted the an ambassador form of sorts, and I've submitted to become a Twitch ambassador. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know what their qualifications are, but I'm going to do it. There are 100 settings in Cura. I think I messed with 5 of them. Yeah, I use Prusa Slicer, but I'm on a Prusa Mini, so it just kind of made sense. You know, there'd be optimization between the two, and for the most part, it's been fine. I think that Prusa Slicer could be a lot better. I think it could be a hell of a lot more user-friendly. The interface could be cleaner. Which country will you be an ambassador to? Oh, Burnt Nacho. Oh, you. Well, I said, here's what I'm doing. They said, what do you do? Why should you be, why could we consider you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I wrote those Twitch tips, right? I wrote the Twitch tips, so I linked them off to that document. I said, I did the Twitch tips. I like helping creators. I like shouting out creators. I like supporting creators that way. Enabling creators, really. And that's what the platform needs. And I told them, I said, Twitch wasn't as interesting to me because I'm not a gamer. It wasn't interesting to me until they kind of doubled down on creative. And I'm not even sure where their creative mind is going. Like, I would be so distraught if Twitch tomorrow came out and said, okay, we're no longer going to be doing creative streams. You have to be a gamer on Twitch. I would be distraught. I'm like, where am I gonna go? There's no other game in town. I'd be so distraught. I don't think they're gonna do it. Just chatting's a pretty darn big category. Pretty darn big. Ooh, I'm still makers and crafting, but Burnt Nacho notes think he'd be a good ambassador. Unfortunately, they for Twitch ambassadors, they seem to only be taking partners. So I am a partner, so I'm glad. But I don't know I've never even really heard of a Twitch ambassador until Ash said hi popped in. I'm like, what is that? She's got like a shiny rainbow Twitch logo. I'm like, what is that? Like a verified. I'm like, what? I do it. I mean, I don't think there's like any special needs apart from being or requirements apart from just being present and generally supportive of the platform and an ambassador, right? In every way, shape, or form. But I feel I've dragged a lot of people to Twitch. I feel I brought a lot of people, especially in the 3D print. I didn't mention that. I probably should have in my submission. I feel I brought a lot of people that way. Got them interested in it just because I was doing it. Well, if this fool here can eat cereal and talk Star Wars and 3D print, I can do that. That's what anybody's saying. Everybody's saying that. Burnt Nacho says, you make me want to stream. You make me want to staple bagels to my face and remove them with the pitchfork. Sometimes you really want to make me make the make the Eiffel Tower out of Belgian waffles. You make me. Oh yes, and don't tell Ash you can't do something or do not have a certain talent. You will not hear the end of it. Good to know. I will remember that. Thank you, Big Sports Fan, for hanging. You're here for the 3D printing Star Wars stuff. That's what I'm here for, admittedly. But that's a different one. That's one more minute. I'd rather dive into a swimming pool filled with double-edged razor blades. This other one was You Make Me from the Even Worse album, which I also liked. I got a kick out of that one. Yeah, I've been in between shows lately, apart from the Star Wars, and what today's Saturday? Oh man, Saturday flew by. Oh man, I need another 3-day weekend. Oh man. The Pulled and the Beautiful. I'm telling you, it's Gerple. I need 3-day weekends. Maybe, has anybody else watched that new Apple TV show that they're talking about, the game, some game, murder game show on Apple TV Plus? Anybody else? I haven't seen anything, like, anybody talking about it. Like, if no one's talking about it apart from marketing, I generally am not interested. Watch the first episode, it's pretty good. Oh, okay, well, that's good to know. I may have sold you on the 2-color filaments looking on Matter Hackers now. Ugh! See, this is what I'm saying. I love that. I love that, cool guy Bumma. I need to take a screenshot of that. Because that's exactly that. I need proof that you know, your decisions that you make, right? They're tied into what it is that I'm doing. I had a Matter Hackers thread somewhere. There we go. I'm just going to jump into this thread. Thank you so much. Ah. There we go. Thank you for that proof point. Very appreciated. You don't have an Apple TV? I have an Apple TV, but Apple TV Plus works on my Google TV too. Not your top 10, but it's decent. That's my concern, is like, I'm not looking for a decent show. I want a good one, right? If I'm going to spend my time, I wanted a good one. It's kind of like Filaments. Cool Bama guy, you got to let me know. You got to let me know what you do now that you're hooked on it. Darth Gallum, thank you for being here. Take care, and a shout out again to Darth Gallum. There's Krusty 3D dropping the palpies. You're home. I'm home. Hang on, Krusty. Are you calling? Do I understand what you're saying? Are you saying that this is home to you? That this channel is home to you, Krusty? I'm pretty sure that's not what you're saying, but let's pretend that's what you're saying. Brother Bill notes, oh, and I know this is a shameless promotion, but Ash has one streaming help. I streaming help channel in her Discord. For anyone that needs help and tips for streaming. Oh, great, Brother Bill. That is good to note. Thank you. I like the blue-green and blue-yellow combinations. Yeah, I would have gone... I think gold is a good one. I mean, up close in person, my alma mater is purple and gold of all things. But, if you said, oh, would you want this? I may, like, if I didn't see it in person, I'd say, probably not. But seeing it in person, it's regal. Like, it is nice. It is clean. So the gold purple, the Gerpel, looks great. Up close. Are you able to post the link to those figures you were talking about on Jerry's stream for resin printing? Got me curious. Oh, see, Travis, yeah, sure. This is, I mean, there are a few. I want to print all of them. Like, I would buy them. Let me grab them for you. This is one. This is the Cults 3D. This is one I would like to get a few of. Because I can't just have one. You gotta have a few, right? That one is the Dark Helmet. And then Desert Octopus is the other one. Give me a second. Let me look him up. Desert Octopus. This one. There you go. See, Travis. Those are those two links. You meant a streaming help channel. Oh, fair enough, Brother Bill. That makes sense. Honestly, cool Bama guy, I don't think you could go wrong with this filament, knowing that it's going to be a little temperamental. It may take some tweaking. There is a possibility that it could be brittle. I found that possibly raising the temperature has mitigated that. I had an issue printing out one of the legs for K2SO. I was able to successfully get done today. So I was able to complete that figure. I'm afraid of doing anything that would require assembly, apart from light assembly, because of the potentially brittle nature of the filament. But like for busts, yeah, like for this type of figurine, I think like what I'm printing now, it should be okay. I say that knowing full well that this hand may snap. I'm really hoping for bridging to happen within the next few layers. It'll come. It will come quickly. Sorry, I fell into a Picard there because I have been watching TNG on Netflix because I haven't had any show. And I'm like, what do I want to watch? What do I want to watch? PLA temps are 195 and 60. I don't print that low. I don't think I've ever printed that low. I'm on a Prusa Mini. I don't think I've ever printed that low. Ever. Every printer's different, of course. Every filament's different. It's a drop. It is. I've never printed that low. I'm fairly confident I've never printed that low. I've always printed hotter. Yeah, if I don't have to mess with the temperature colors, or the temperature, I don't. Or at least I try not to. It's just tweaking. Stop freaking, just tweaking. You have a question for me. Am I an anime fan? What anime series, movies? No, I wouldn't say I'm an anime fan. The only anime, I watched The Animatrix, loved it. Watched Star Wars Visions, loved it. But in terms of long-form anime, never gotten into it. Just never happened. A lot of the animation stuff, it doesn't land on me, or for me, I guess. You have an Anycubic Mega 10, is it? Hey man, if it works for you, I say stick with it. Trust me, the last thing I would do is say, oh, what you need to do is X, Y, and Z. I'm like, no, what you need to do is whatever it takes to be successful on your end. That's the bottom line. Is I'm a big, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Coda120 says, I think you should be an ambassador because your stream's family friendly and inclusive. Don't discriminate against any nerdery. All nerds and geeks are welcome and never shunned. It's true. That's true for my stream, but I think that is even indicative of I guess my general attitude. I didn't put any of that in the ambassador. I probably like blew past my chance to be a Twitch ambassador because I didn't write a good submission or a good. I just kind of like, I don't know how serious they're taking it. I'm like, here's what I've done. Here's what I'd like to do. The giving him a link to the tips might be helpful. Not many filaments will print that low reliably on a Prusa. Subs 200 generally for pure PLA filaments without additives to increase their performance. Try Howl's Moving Castle or Grave of the Fireflies. Really any of the older Studio Ghibli. Grave of the Fireflies, but sad. Not the best choice for kids. I watched Spirited Away because I'd heard about it, and it was just, it was fine, but it was just weird. It was a little too weird for me. I'm like, wait, what? Huh? There was nothing wrong with it inherently, but I wasn't like, oh wow, this is the best thing ever. I don't know, I wasn't even sold on Arcane. When Arcane was released on Netflix, I'm like, oh, an animated series. I'm like, I don't know. Well, it looks kind of nice. I know nothing about the game, but sure, I'll watch it. And I liked it. I really got into Arcane a lot. The style, the story, the characters, the animation style. I don't know if Iron Giant would be considered anime. I watched Iron Giant. I like the Iron Giant. I have the Iron Giant action figure, too. Some of the movies anime can get kind of weird. I don't mind weird if I get it. But it's weird for the sake of, this is weird in a way that I just don't understand it, and I feel like it's too intellectual for me. I'm sure Speed Racer is not intellectual, but that's where I don't mind the Animatrix or Star Wars Visions, because they're like almost like one-shots, and so I feel I can follow a one-shot pretty well, pretty closely, and I may want longer story for some of them, but like I'm good. I'm satisfied. So I think the short stories, I'm fine with. I'm better into a buy-in of short stories in anime or even animations. Like I'm a fan of like Black Mirror, like or in that type of show, Black Mirror or Electric Sheep. In that style of show or that style of programming. Generally, these very, very, very short stories. Very short stories. So yeah, that's been typical for my viewing habits to this point. Nothing's hooked me beyond that. You knew I was going to watch Star Wars Visions, though. You knew it. That I knew that was not going to disappoint. I enjoyed it. It was a fun ride. And even animated shows, you know, a lot of people have liked. I don't watch regularly. I don't watch regularly enough. And I'll enjoy them when I do, but like Simpsons is like one show that I've enjoyed watching, but I don't necessarily, you know, can't wait every weekend, you know, to watch it. It's not something that's necessarily driven me. In the sense that I feel like I could watch a Simpsons episode and it's funny, but it still feels like it was 20 years ago, and like it's not. I don't know. Maybe I want something different, or you know, I feel like I've already seen an episode even when I haven't. Never watched Speed Racer. My brother watched Speed Racer, and that was fine. I've tried. That's the thing. Is give me credit. I have tried. I'm always willing to try. But like when it comes down to it, like, do I want to watch something on TV, or am I going to turn on TikTok, right? And if I'm flipping around, and I can't get pulled into a show, like I don't really feel like starting this. I don't know about this. It's not that. It doesn't look interesting. I know other people like it, but then I'll basically flip to like a Next Generation on Netflix or Frasier, and then just zone out, or I'll turn on TikTok. Hello, Stop a Puck. I've never done that, and Stop a Puck, I never will. I will never stop a puck. All right, Stendhal, what are we doing? What are we doing with the light, Stendhal? I may be the only person in your life that you know who will never stop a puck. There we go. All green. Are you green with envy? Are you green with light envy? The worst sound in the world right now would be snap. Just started watching The Outlanders on Netflix. Jury's still out. Yeah, see, I'm not a big jury's still out kind of guy. Like, I want to know. Many people have recommended it. It sounds interesting to me. Yes, I'm in. All right, we got an ad at the chat. I can do that. Whoop. There you go, Cold Iron, using my comic face. Speaking of the comic face, I've been needing to replace the Locker Gnome logo. Or the Locker Gnome, the emote. I need like a ping. Because, really, where's my... Come on. I know I've got it here somewhere. Just the face. Instead of the pixel art one, because I've got a pixel one. Advertise within? What the hell is this? It's weird when you go to Google and you search for things and you're like, I do not know what the hell this is. I had so I did. Y'all have everybody, whether you're a sub or a follower, has certain emotes. Like y'all have free emotes, right? And I've got like the Perillo Pixel, which is the classic Locker Gnome logo. Yeah, a lot of the Perillo heads are going to go away, though. So I was looking for just the regular old Locker Gnome logo stamp. And I'm not sure I'm able to find it. Actually, if I go over here, possibly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I got it. There we go. What is this? Is this a ping? It is. Sweet. Oh, crap. So there is a, on Twitch, you can change all the settings, right? Saw this synopsis today, thought you'd enjoy it. Star Wars: A New Hope, a movie about a brave disabled war veteran single-handedly takes on a group of armed terrorist thieves. There are many ways of describing Star Wars badly. That would be one of them. I think Loyal was asking to do the Star Wars Star Wars badly. Pixel. There we go. Move from slot. Open slot. Auto resize. There we go. Alright, so now Perillo Locker Gnome. Alright, now Perillo Pixel has been nuked. And Perillo Locker Gnome works. Perillo Locker Gnome. You may have to hit refresh. But Perillo Locker Gnome should work. Yep, Perillo Locker Gnome works. Yay! Pixel's done. But Perillo Locker Gnome works. So if I do a drop, Perillo Locker Gnome. It should work. Did it not work? Maybe the emote has to get... No, there it is. See? Look, that's the Locker Gnome logo. So I got the emote. It works. Yay! I could find it, integrate it. That's cool. That's cool. It worked that... I was able to get it going that fast. I was thinking I needed to do that the other day. It's like, oh yeah, I gotta remember to do that. Because I was like, no, I don't think... The Pixel one, I was just kind of a throw. And I'm like, oh, I need a Locker Gnome logo in there. So now I have it. It doesn't look great in dark mode. But it's a good... I feel it's a good logo to use. Oh. Retro... You can tell someone's reached elite status when you drop the Tech TV logo. That's how you know you've made it in this channel. Like tier 3. That's the pinnacle right there. Is there some big game tonight? I don't know. It is possible there's a big game tonight. I would not know. You are definitely asking the wrong guy. I do not know anything about the sports. You can ask me many questions. I can give you many answers, but sports, yeah, not so much. Thank you so much, William Becker. Wait, hang on. I know that's Bill. Like, I know that name. How do I know that name? Bill. Thank you for the tweet, Bill. Very appreciated. Incredibly appreciated. Because you never know. Like, some people drop it. That's how I met Ash. Was that someone had tagged me on Twitter. They tagged both of us, actually. That's how I met Ash. It's funny how that works. But I'm a big believer in making those kind of connections. So you never know. By the way, speaking of, I've been threatening, I'm to do this, but I'm probably going to be loading up that Sonic game in the C64 emulator at some point in the near future. I'm still debating how to get to do like play Tetris 99, stream Tetris 99. I could probably get in trouble for it because I know Nintendo hates when you stream things. That's what makes me nervous about Nintendo things. Makes me very nervous. But to play Tetris 99, have the camera pointed over my shoulder or something and playing it like that might be a fun way of doing it. Hey, Wireballs. Serious question. Is it okay to eat a giant cinnamon bun for dinner? Asking for a friend. Yeah, sure. Okay, well, tell your friend that it is not okay to eat a giant cinnamon bun for dinner if you are not sharing. Like, it is only okay if and when you are sharing. So nerdy curious. Alright, the question is not whether or not you're having a giant cinnamon bun for dinner, but are you sharing? Can you stream Tetris 99? Can you? I suppose if I turn down the volume, and then really get into it. But the thing is that I use a controller now. I've got it on this apparatus, and I'd have to set up the camera a certain way to angle down for you to see it, and then not move around when I play, because I don't think I'll be able to as easily pipe it into the stream, apart from like an over-the-shoulder using the close-up camera. Good point. Thank you for your insight. No problem. Nerdy curious. Thank you for your giant cinnamon roll. And now you've made everybody hungry for that. Coda 120. Gofflake does also. He backs me up. Bring enough for everyone. You bought the Roblox icons today. Don't collect them normally, but the packaging was so cool, and I won't unbox. If you bought something based on the packaging, I don't know if I've ever bought anything on the packaging. The Roblox design, though, they just look like Roblox characters look like cheap knockoff Lego figures. I'll be honest. That there's just something that just looks really cheap. I'm happy that, plus I'm not sure about the financial model around Roblox either. It's a little nerve-wracking. Minecraft is a lot more palatable as a parent. Diana's been watching Minecraft videos. She says, I think I could get into playing Minecraft. She says, it's just that I keep getting dizzy. I'm like, yep, that's why I can't play it. That's why I can't. I get motion sick. I said, yep, you have the same problem as I do. So, probably not going to happen. Plenty of streamers stream Tetris 99 and Mario Kart 8 for community days. What do you mean community days? Sorry. I'd like to add that it must be ate at a table with forks, knives, and napkins. No, you can eat a cinnamon roll anywhere. You could eat it. I wouldn't eat it over a 3D printer. I wouldn't do much of anything over a 3D printer. You bought the Boba Fett action figure, started on the resin printer. Take 2 hours to print. Wait, which Boba Fett action figure? Which one? There are several. Trust me. See, Travis? Once I start down that path, I want all. I want them all. I want multiples of all. Like, I'm serious. They play multiplayer games with their community. Oh, okay, Brother Bill, that makes sense. I've never done anything like that. I'm not much of a gamer, though. Your first computer was a VIC-20. What was yours? C64. I grew up in that era. Commodore VIC-20. Brother Bill is a huge fan of the Amiga. Never had an Amiga. I think I only saw one once. Only saw a C128 once. I remember programming something on the VIC-20 over and over and over again to the point where I knew it by memory, and I never saw it on a color screen apart from going to a science center and then doing it by memory at a science center and seeing it on a color screen, a VIC-20 color screen, because it was connected to a black and white TV when I was a kid. And I impressed everybody. I'm like, everyone was impressed. I'm like, I just memorized it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. That's like me reciting the ABCs. Well, maybe I'll try to figure out how to set up kind of an over-the-shoulder Tetris 99 and play it one of these nights. It won't sound great. It won't necessarily look perfect. But because I don't have an input, and I'm not as interested in jury-rigging something like that, because I'm not sure how often it would happen. But you know, I feel like if I can arrange the camera in such a way, then you could watch me play Tetris 99. Tetris is my killer app. Although I've also threatened that if and when I find, you know, in the future thrifting Game Boy games, Game Boy Color, potentially Game Boy Advance games, I'm not necessarily hunting them down, but yeah, if I found a good deal on them, and then playing those on the stream too. Cold Iron had a TI 99. Mighty Bean asks the very good question: would you eat it in a box? Would you eat it with a box? Would you eat it with in a house? Would you eat it with a mouse? Would you eat it here or there? Good landing, Andy's Lego. Very good land. That's a great landing, Andy's Lego. You are to be congratulated. Have you been practicing? Andy's Lego's been practicing, I'm pretty sure. You could put the cinnamon bun on the bed to warm it up. True, Mr. Zombo. Didn't even think of that. This one's from the Book of Boba Fett, has the missile that launches. Oh, okay. I hadn't seen that specific model. See, Travis. There's a lot. There are a lot. Desert Octopus has done a ton. I'm just like, yes, 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 want it, want it, want it, want it, want it, want it, want it. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. The reason, I mean, serious, if I had resin, the problem is it's messy, and maybe if I knew Diana would drive it, then it would be less problematic, but the problem is Jedi is so young, and it's so potentially dangerous that maybe as she gets older, you know, then it's a viable thing. But I'd also want to try to justify the costs too, you know. Those things aren't cheap. I like what Prusha's done. Keep it in the Prusha family. The fumes are a problem too. Yeah, Retro Pit Stop. All the more reason I'm really not. I'd rather outsource to someone things that I would want to print in resin than bring one in. And there's just too many things that can go wrong. The closest thing we have is we have an attached garage, so I'm like, you see, it doesn't. There's no real good place. There's no good place for a resin printer here. Well, here's the thing: if people were printing things for me in resin, I'd buy the resin. I would buy the material. I have no problem with that. You miss your original Game Boy with the Solar Pack, Game Genie, and Handy Boy? I knocked someone out with that thing. I'm sure. The only Game Boy I really have, I guess I've got a couple of them, but the one I love is the SP, right? This little clamshell. The backlit display. That's the one I use for Game Boy or Game Boy Advance games when I find them. And for the most part, they work. Sometimes you get a game that's really, really flaky. Like I said, I'm not chasing down the cartridges necessarily, but I have found them thrifting sometimes, and I'm just like, I pass up on them. I'm like, eh. But now it might be kind of fun to showcase and play around with here on the stream. They do have locking cabinets for resin printers. It's not so much that, is that if Diana were to do it as well, that with Jedi around, I'm fine with waiting. I don't think an attached garage is the best place for it, but we don't have any other option, you know. There's no other viable option inside the house for sure. Definitely not. You know, maybe at some point in the very distant future, I'm continuing to stream. I'd like to do it, you know, more often, but I don't have a team. I've got no professional entity, you know, around it. But you know, if and when I ever had an opportunity to get like an external lab to do that kind of stuff, then it would make sense. Closet, like people used to have dark rooms. A closet? You print in your basement. Soraya Tech has very low to no odor. See, that would worry me. Then yeah, thank you, K2. I appreciate that. Thank you, K2 Design Lab. Very appreciated. With hobbies, you don't want to stretch yourself out so far. Sometimes I enjoy certain hobbies vicariously through my friends. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people who do the 3D printing, they end up with 17 printers. Like, I'm good with one. I think this is fine. it's a very hobbyist thing. It's less to maintain, less to worry about, less that could go wrong. It looks like, by the way, the arm is successfully bridging with the torso, so that's going to be far less nerve-wracking now. But we also have the second arm. Wait, hang on. The cape has gone up. So it's bridged. What is it? Oh, it's starting to bridge. Sorry, it hasn't successfully bridged yet. So it must be right around hip. It's around the hip level right now, from what I'm seeing. That's about where it is. Let me switch to a far better view too. There you go. Sorry for all that. I got some stuff in the back that I gotta pull away. I still have all the Game Boy consoles I've gotten over the years, except for the Micro. Really? See, no, I didn't hold on to a lot of that stuff. I definitely don't have my original Game Boy, that's for sure. But yeah, Brother Bill, there are some hobbies I'm like, oh, that'd be great. But I'm like, yeah, but is it really adding anything to me or for me? And the answer, more often than not, is no. Like, what? Like, having another 3D printer wouldn't add anything for me. And some of the hobbies that I have, I need help with. Like, replacing the capacitor in the CRT monitor in my MAME cabinet. You can see it, like, right over there. The MAME machine. I think a capacitor is blown out in the VGA monitor that I need to get replaced. It's possible. I believe that Business knows how to do it, but I've said, yeah, I need help, and he's busy. One of these days, maybe we'll be able to loop back and get something done, because I have no other leads on getting that capacitor replaced. Because, I enjoy the games. I enjoy playing those games, specifically on the cabinet. But at the same time, so I am thinking.
Who's black?
Oh, hang on. Have we rated It's the Jang yet? He's here a lot. He's very supportive. The streamer Amiga Bill has contracts with people that can fix CRTs, but those contracts are out here on the East Coast. Dang it! I need someone out here in Seattle. I'm serious, Brother Bill. If you hear somebody, I'll pay for it too. Like, I need to get it looked at. Hell, somebody probably needs to upgrade the actual PC, the underlying PC. It works fine. It's an old Windows XP machine. That's how old it is. But I'm not mechanically minded. I'm not a modder. It's a dream machine, an arcade. I'm not. It's definitely out of support with them too. Have we rated Jang before? I'm not sure if we have. I think he's rated us, so we owe him one. I know he's doing really well tonight, but it's the Jang. Now let me remind everybody here right now that tomorrow I'll be back, and maybe potentially early. I don't know. Tomorrow I may be running some extended errands, so I don't know if I'm going to go terribly early. It kind of depends on when I get up, what's going on. But I'll be back tomorrow to give away the Focus printer, get an LCD for a cabinet. Well, that's the thing, Wireballs. It would have to be redone. It top to bottom. It would have to be like redone, and I don't have the capacity. I don't have the ability. It's not. I would be the wrong person to do it. I would not be the person to do it. You post photos tomorrow, the printer or Discord. Oh, cool. See, Travis, I'll be very jealous. Remember when your toddler uncle owned arcade cabs with his black hole pinball? It was awesome. Oh, I bet. That's why I got the cabinet years ago. And another option would be get rid of this cabinet and get a new one. That's another possibility. But it's really, really heavy. I've had it for years. That may very well be what I end up doing if I can't find someone eventually to do something like that. I would get it through Dream Machines again. It's definitely stood the test of time. The quality has stood the test of time. but I'd consider upgrading. Hey, Ethan's dad 3D. Good to see you. Glad we were able to raid you last night, by the way. Very glad we were able to. Tonight, we're going to be raiding It's the Jang Brick Builder. But a shout out to Ethan's dad 3D, who is now streaming here on Twitch. I was happy to raid you. We were just talking about how I got to get a VGA, a potential capacitor replaced in the monitor. It was shot. I think that's because the color on the screen, like, it seems that the screen is tinted like magenta. It's tinted, or at least it was, and I haven't fired it up since. But it seems that the screen was shot. Kaput. So I don't know what to do with it, apart from potentially it's so heavy. I couldn't even, I mean, it got up here. I couldn't even tell you how it would get hauled away. I'm sure it would work for somebody. I'm not even sure where to begin to sell it. Someone could have a lot more fun with it than me at this point. You see, that's the thing. That's the sad thing. It'd be easier to sell it and get a new one than it would be to find someone who could actually replace the piece or the component that needs to be replaced. So we're going to be rating It's the Jang. He is a brick streamer, a dedicated brick streamer. And he's been very supportive of this channel. He was here the other night. It was great. Tomorrow, I'm going to be giving away the Focus 3D printer. So people who live in the U.S. certainly qualify. US, UK, primarily. I'm not in control of that specifically because Focus is sending one out. Can I send you my first YouTube video for your critique? I could try it, Ethan's dad. I can look at it tomorrow. Right now, my brain is fried. It's usually what happens at the end of the show. But, no, sure, send it over. Absolutely. Thank you, Comic Age Clothing. Really appreciate you being here as well. Appreciate everyone hanging out. Like I said, Comic Age Clothing has been asking very slyly if he needed to focus on any particular night. Now, tomorrow is the night to focus. Focus tomorrow. Focus your energies tomorrow. I'll probably be mentioning, I should mention it on Twitter too. Say, hey, we're giving away a Focus printer tonight. See ya. See you there. Get a Focus printer. Yay. I guess I'm not even sure I'm going to be setting it up either. Because like I said, this is going to be going to somebody, and I don't want to, like, break anything. But I told him, I said, yeah, you know, we don't have a lot of space around here to handle, like, 1 billion 3D printers. We don't have a workshop yet. So, I love you. I appreciate you, and at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the Force be with you always. I'll see you again tomorrow night. Around 6 p.m., certainly. I may start streaming early tomorrow. That's not a promise. The day may very well get away from me. I don't know yet what's going to happen. The only thing that I know is going to happen tomorrow is we're going to be doing a giveaway of the Focus printer. It is going to happen. I'm not going to say that I'm even going to print something on the Focus printer. I'm not sure I'm going to get to that point, right? But we're going to give one away, for sure. Okay? So stay tuned for that. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how it's going to go. It's going to be good, though, especially if you're there. That's right. Get your Perillo Raider emotes ready. Go. I'm serious. Go spam the heck out of his chat with the Perillo Raider emotes. Just like bam, 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 bam. Just raid him. Raid him hard. Hard. I think we've raided him before, but it's been a while, and he's still there. He's, you know, a good guy. Been supportive. I love supporting the people who support me in return. I really do. That is like, they automatically go to the top of my list. So here we go. Tuscan rating. It's the Jang, a brick streamer. In 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, you got 10 seconds ish. I gotta wait because I have to press the raid button twice on Twitch's back end. Back end. Here we go. Seriously. 3, 2, 1. For real this time. I always forget that.
What?
69.
Chris, what you doing?
69. Woo.
Thank you very much. Nice.
60.
Nice.
Hey, kid.
Well done. Chris and friends, thank you very much for stopping by.
It's the Jang.
What?
I am in the process, so I'm a Lego guy, as I'm sure Chris has mentioned.
I have.
I know sometimes he's talked about me a little bit too much. I apologize for that. But I'm doing some more Lego guy stuff here. This is just a set. It's about 80%